What's going on, guys? Arsenal versus Manchester United. Big game today, guys. It's always a big game. But, yeah, really looking forward for this one. I've gone for a 2-1 Arsenal win. And for me, guys, it's really funny to see a lot of people now talking about the things which I spoke about in my last Everton. In my last podcast, when I talked about the things that we need to do is to be able to get more runners from the midfield to get into the box to help support the front line, which we haven't seen against West Ham and we didn't see it against Nottingham Forest. And you saw that in abundance in midweek in the Champions League game. So that was something that was really, really nice to see. But I just wonder how those goals in midfield are going to translate into today's game. So that, for me, is going to be an important thing. That is going to be how I'm going to measure today's performance, really. How does that translate? And also, how can we deal with a struggling Man United team, which piles and piles of pressure has gone on to Ruben Amaro after a miserable season. I mean, since he's taken the team on, they've gone down a downhill spiral. And one can only hope that Arsenal can take advantage of that because they are not playing well at all and their record's not good at all. When you consider our form there as well, we won there last year. We haven't won back-to-back at Old Trafford in such a long time, man. You're going back a long time. But Arsenal scored in each of their last 10 Premier League games away from Manchester United. I think we've got 13 goals. Only managed to score 10 in our first 22 visits to Old Trafford. So we're doing really, really, really well there. And Arteta himself, and when you talk about Mikel Arteta as a manager, he's won 7 of his 10 Premier League games against Man United. We've lost 1 and then we lost 2 and then drawed 1. But his record against Manchester United is a 70% win ratio. That's incredible. This guy has a 70% win ratio against Manchester United. So lots of things to spot today. Old Trafford, they also have some fans outside that are obviously complaining about the ownership. There's protests outside of Old Trafford, so they have that there to deal with, and that's not going to help them a lot. So Arsenal need to capitalize on that. We need to pile on the pressure and try and take home what we can from this game. Let's talk team sheet now, guys. Let's have a look at the team sheet. I've got it up on the screen for you guys. You can see Raya is in goal. It's Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, and Calafiori comes in for Marskelly. Probably the right thing to do. To be honest, I was wondering why this wasn't done a few weeks ago. We know Marskelly has done really, really well. We know that obviously he's 18, so we've got to manage that. But yeah, I think you've already made us understand that he is your first choice at left back. There's no question now. This is a situation where Arsenal was in with Matthew Debussy and Bellerin, and we've been in this situation before when Clichy replaced Ashley Cole. You know he's our left back, so there's no question. The question now is Calafiori now has to play that support role, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's a long season. Zinchenko, I believe, is going to be moved on. So, and Timber can play there as well. So we just need to ensure that we've got the right numbers moving forward. But giving Calafiori plenty of games is going to be fine. I would expect in a perfect world that Calafiori will start 10 to 15 games in a season and Lewis Skelly will start 20 to 23 games. That's how I would work my rotation.
Right, keep those down, boys.
I'm just talking about the team sheet now. I've just talked about
How are we doing, Apollo?
Yeah, I'm doing good, man. Just talking about Calafiori replacing Mars Lewis Skelly. And obviously in the midfield, we didn't expect any changes. Partey, Rice, Odegaard, no changes there. Up front, Yeri, Trossard, and Mourinho. So they've basically kept the same four. So guys, as I said, the main issue with Arsenal has been the lack of support from midfield. And when you get the midfielders more involved in the attacking state, then that's what creates the goals. Because then you've got numbers, and you've got support, and then you've got loads of more options in the final third. And that's what we've been lacking. So let's see how the midweek game against PSV translates into today's game, which we couldn't do against Forest and West Ham. Gary, how are you today, and what's your thoughts on the team sheet?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. I'm good. Had a hectic day so far, but looking forward to the game. I'm actually quite pleased to see Calafiore start. I think Miles Lewis-Skelly, he kind of been pushing his luck last couple of games. He could have quite easily been sent off midweek, which would have been terrible for the team at the stage of that game. So I've got no problem with Calafiore coming in, and the rest of the players basically pick themselves as they're all that's available, the best ones that are available. So yeah, no problems with the team sheet. Looking forward to the game, and hopefully a good Arsenal win. I'm going to go 3-1 Arsenal.
Yeah, I've gone 2-1 as well. Let me just get rid of the substitutions. It's Neto, White, Kivior, Zinchenko, Tierney, Lewis-Skelly, Jorginho, Sterling, and Martinelli. And what's interesting, guys, is if I look at the subs bench, 5 of those players, maybe 6, are not going to be there in the summer. So let's look at that. Neto, number 1. Kivior, number 2, although I'd keep Kivior. I would definitely keep him. I wouldn't get rid of him. Zinchenko, number 3. Tierney, number 4. Jorginho, number 5. Sterling, number 6. So there's 6 players there easily that is not going to be here next season. What does that mean to us? That means that we can start to facilitate more academy players. I would say another 2 into the first team. And then you're talking about all the players that you're going to have back. I would not sell Tomiyasu. I just wouldn't do it. A lot of people might be saying that because of his injury record. If you're a squad player, then you've got no issues in terms of injuries. He's a player that I would keep. It didn't cost us a lot. We need the squad to compete. No way am I getting rid of a player of that caliber. But really, there's going to be all change. Lots of players. Look for about 5-6 players coming in the summer. The players are about to come out of the tunnel. And what about you, Gary? What's your thoughts in terms of player rotation in the summer? What are you looking for? I said to them, guys, Zubimendi, Nico Williams, and Sesko would be a great market for me.
I just think it's important. Like I think we lost a bit of ground. We lost a little bit of ground in this summer and in January. So saying that 5 or 6 players are going to be leaving, they've got to be replaced. And then adding to that mix, is Partey going to stay? Yeah, the rest of them are definitely. So it's just a question of replacing the players that you lose and maybe adding a couple. So it could be like 5, 6, maybe even 7 coming in this summer.
Yeah, quite possibly. And obviously the plan is to just upskill the team in that regard. Yep, most definitely. Most definitely. So, guys, I did say to the guys... You mentioned
like a couple of academy players coming through, but who would them academy players be?
Yep, agreed. Guys, I did say about Saka and Martinelli last week, and now we've seen Martinelli on the bench today, and he's an option to bring on as a centre forward, or to come on the left and then move Trossard into the centre forward role. So there's different ways they can play this, but you're just starting to get a little bit more options on the bench now. Onana is so injury, it's so mistake prone. I absolutely love him there. Look at their team; it's such a trash team. Man United have got, and they've spent so much money on that team. Cam says, good news. God knows we need options, especially with one of the Madrid teams coming up. Yes, and our team's going to be better as the weeks move on. He says, surely this match will have the lowest viewings. No, I don't think so. This is a rivalry. So regardless of where they are in the table, it's still, for me, the best rivalry this century that the Premier League has ever seen. And that has a lot of weight to it. Regardless of where we're on the table, we want to beat them. And I did say, guys, in 10 games, Arteta has 7 wins against them, 2 losses, and a draw. So he's got a 70% win ratio against Manchester United. That's incredible for an Arsenal manager. Arsene Wenger would have bit your head off for a record like that. He says Martinelli's back, so he's an option.
Different times, then, though, mate. Different times.
Yeah. But the confidence from the PSV game, yeah, that's what we're looking for. Guna Matters, what's going on, bro? I hope you are well. It'd be good to get online with you at some point, so let me know what you guys are planning. Would love to do some Monday evenings with you guys. Big shout out to you, Glenn. He said he's at the Cape Town Supporters Club watching the game at the pub. So shout out to everybody there. Big up all the Arsenal fans in Africa. Shout out to everybody. Big up to Nay. Let me know what your prediction is today as well, Nay. Kickoff is about to start. It's probably going to... We're seconds away from kickoff. Wanyeri, man. Looking for a big game from today. Shout out to Tony. Tony says he won't be joining us today. Tony, let us know what your prediction is, bro. Hope all is well with you. 18 says, Gary and Apollo, I'm going for a 2-0 Arsenal win. Tony is watching remotely. Okay. A shout out to the missus as well, Tony. She's probably watching the stream as well. Big up to you, man. Respect. And Nay is going for 4-1 Arsenal. Boy, the goals are coming in today, Nay. Nay with the goals here, man. Goals are going to be pouring in today. So, Gary, I'm about to kick off.
Let's find a nice stream.
Here we go. Arsenal in their away blue. Shout out to Emerson. Hi guys, just say Turner. Yeah. That's it. We just got to be accounted for. Drink. Everybody wants to know what I'm drinking on every stream. This is crazy. This one is a Jamaican Grace fruit punch. Yeah, everybody always asks me what I'm drinking on the streams. Right, I've kicked off, Gary. 10 seconds for me. Let's have a good result today, man. Let's see if we can.
I'm just about to kick off now.
Excellent, mate. Excellent. 20 seconds for me. Let's go, man. So Emerson is going for 2-1 Arsenal, which is what I'm going for as well. Tony has gone for 2-0. Oh, yes, in the Predictor League. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. 18 saying, where's Garfield? Funny enough, I haven't sent Garfield an invite. I have to send Cranky one. So bear with me for a second, guys. Arsenal just playing the ball lovely out of the backfield. Some good possession in the midfield. Here comes Odegaard. And this is really what you want to see. You want to see Arsenal managing the game like this. Keeping hold of possession. The longer we have the ball, the less Man United have it. United's got their fans today, and their fans are quite riled up because of the protests that are outside of the stadium today. So, you know that their fans can bring the energy, but an early goal from Arsenal will quiet all of that down. Thomas Partey on the ball, just trying to weave. That's a great ball from Partey. Over to Timber. Timber nods it in the middle, but there's no one that's getting there on top of it. What I do want to say, guys, if you look in the middle, you've got Declan Rice, Trossard, and Moreno in the middle when Timber heads that ball forward. So we talked about the late runners into the box, didn't we? We talked about the support that was lacking from the midfield. And what we've seen so far, what we saw in PS3 was more support. And what we've seen today is more Arsenal shirts in the box. Timber should have crossed the ball there. So what you're seeing from Arsenal, guys, is more support in the box. Okay. More support means more goals. So that's what we're hoping to see. Zexi giving the ball away there. Yeah, I don't know where Garfield is. Man, turn up when they're always winning or when they're drawing. Anytime we're losing or anything like that, I don't expect to see him. When Yeri on the left, 1-on-1, on the right, sorry, 1-on-1, that should be a gimme. Odegaard, just look how Moreno's plays improved. That's great play by Moreno there. That's unlucky. Moreno put a ball in there to Declan Rice. Lovely hold-up play by Moreno. He picks the ball up short from Odegaard, looks around, and then he sees Declan make the run, and he tries to float that ball over to Declan Rice, and obviously he didn't get onto it. But that's the type of improvement that Moreno's made over the last month or so at that position. It's good to see.
Yeah, that ball, I don't think he needs to get that air ball. He could have just slid that through on the floor.
There's a chance for Arsenal. Go on, finish. Oh, Man United get it all wrong. Ball goes into the box. The defenders make a hash of it. We try to pounce on it, but the ball does go Onana's way and falls into his hands when really Moreno was there to pick up the pieces. United are all over the place, and because of that, Arsenal really pressing now. Also, I'm glad Højbjerg is on the bench and Xerxes playing. I feel he's an easier guy to defend than Højbjerg. Højbjerg is a handful, man. I don't rate Xerxes that much, to be honest. But yeah, Højbjerg is a handful.
He's fourth choice striker for the Netherlands, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. Yeah, so it's really good to see Martinelli come back. 18 says, what about Obi Martin? Look, he's played 21 minutes this season. So shout out to him for at least getting 21 minutes. But if these guys are going in for Gyökeres or if they're going in for Victor Osimhen, then you're just going to move further down the pecking order, bro. You've got Højbjerg there. You've got Xerxes. You're already, third or fourth on the pecking order? So if United go in and buy yet another striker, then Obi Martin's going to be pushed down to fifth. Not exactly what he was dreaming about, being a striker for Man United, is it? I mean, look, all the power to him. He went there for the money. He's getting paid too. So let's not forget about that. They're paying him 30 boys a week. So he's got that to fall on. So it is what it is. That's a poor throw to Thomas Partey. And Partey there has a foul, which means he's on the Garnacho. That's a terrible throw. It's way too far. Partey, lucky not to get a yellow card for that. It is late, but that's the first one in the game. He's lucky to not get a booking for that. So this gives Man United to have their first attacking chance. 5 minutes and 40 seconds gone. So it'd be interesting to see what they do with Jim. So Jim Radcliffe is in the stands watching. Interesting to see what they do with Maratsu and Dalot in terms of teams have been isolating them and taking advantage of those overloads. So interesting to see how Arsenal's going to play that. So the cross came in, guys. It went straight across. It was a shot across the bow. And you like that one, innit, Gary? Shot across the bow. And Raya just lets it go out to play. So here come Arsenal again.
Yeah, Casemiro wasn't too far away from getting on the end of that.
No, he wasn't. What are we going to do when Thomas Partey leaves?
Rice just did enough to hold him off.
Yeah. United showing press here. They have 6 players up on our penalty area. But Arsenal just dealing with it very easily. Raya, close one, but he gets the ball out to Moreno. Moreno on the right, he's got support with Timber and Wanyeri. There's only Trossard in the middle. Remember what I talked about? More bodies in the middle. Calafiori pushes up. We've got bodies up there now. Nice little chip to Declan Rice. Go on, Declan. Go on. Oh, it's yet another one that comes through, trickling into the path of Onana. But Onana gets off his line quickly. Cheeky little ball in there for Martin Odegaard. One ball through just breaks the United back line. Declan done really, really well to get on the back of that, but Trossard just a step behind the play. Good signs from Arsenal at the moment. Good start from Timber, good start from Rice, good start from Odegaard. And Gary's number one fan is in the house.
Welcome to the chat, Carla.
Excellent. Carla, let me know what you thought about the games this morning. Gary, very busy. So, Gary, how did your morning go? Tell us about your Sunday.
She wasn't there.
I think Gary's frozen on me.
Yeah, so
yeah.
I had a referee the game of 1-6-2.
Ooh,
and then
nice.
I ref another game at 2:00.
Nice. And what was the 2:00 result?
They lost 4-1. The under 14s.
Nice. Cam says to say hi to Kagla, and he says he feels it's either going to be a boring draw or we hammer them. Well, we're on the play now. Here comes Odegaard. Go on, Moreno, shoot! Oh, he's missed the target. You got to get that on target, bro. It's a good chance. It's all Odegaard again. All three chances created by Odegaard. Odegaard comes in. He plays the 1-2 into the box and goes for us. 3 players. He tries to go in a bit of traffic. Moreno picks up the ball, but it looks like he shanks the ball. Lovely play there by Arsenal. Everyone getting in the box. Everyone getting involved as well.
He just dragged it wide, didn't he? He's trying to put it in. He's trying to put it in the near corner, and he just pulls it too much.
Yoro has gone down after 9 minutes.
Yeah,
Moreno definitely looking the part, isn't he, Gary?
Yeah, he's doing all right. Ideally you want to see the shots from that kind of range on target. You know, at least make the keeper make a save.
Yeah.
Lenny the limp is down.
Yeah, I was just saying, Euro, they paid 60 million for him, and all he's done is spent time in the medical room. What a waste of money that's been.
Yeah, so my daughter-in-law's name is pronounced Charla, even though it says
Charla.
Her name is Charla. Yeah.
Charla. So is the G silent?
Yeah.
Ah, Charla. Okay. Is that Spanish?
No, Turkish.
Ah, okay, cool. It looks like he's going to come back on. The TV cameras just went on to Obi Martin there. Really, really crazy. He's not going to play today, but it would be nice if he was. What I don't like is when you're playing in up in Merseyside, playing up in Manchester, and you got youth players coming in playing Arsenal. We all remember what happened when Rashford first came on the scene against Arsenal. Wayne Rooney first came on the scene against Arsenal. What we don't want is Obi Martin coming on and then scoring some goals against his club.
It's always against Arsenal, isn't it?
Yeah, all of them was against Arsenal. We've got to do better there, guys. Arsenal give the ball away, and here comes United on the break. It's 3 against 4. It's Garnacho on the right hand side. He gets the ball in. It's defended by Partey. It's handball by Man United, and it's an Arsenal free kick. And that was because the poor ball was played in there through Thomas Partey. It wasn't a good ball. Gary, you're probably seeing it right now.
Well, I think it was Ranieri's ball, wasn't it? He tried to find Thomas Partey, but didn't. Zertsky has to be offside. Campbell.
You can see Raya here just trying to bait Manchester United coming at them. United are taking the bait. Oh, he's pushed him over there. Isn't that a free kick, referee? How is that not a free kick? Oh. Cam says this will be good to see Nelly coming on instead of Sterling or one of the 100 other left backs that we have on the bench. Nelly is not great. No, don't say that about Nelly when it comes to striker. Martinelli has been a decent striker when he's played for Arsenal. He has been. And it takes him away from all that thinking. When you're a striker, you're a little bit more reactive rather than responsive in terms of setting it all up, thinking about taking on a man. Where am I going to cross the ball? How am I going to play the overloads? Options for 1-2. All of that goes out the window when you're playing as a main striker. When you're playing as a main striker, your only option really is to lay off, turn and shoot, or make something happen, work the goalkeeper. So it actually suits Martinelli better because you're having to do less in regards to the creativity game. Oh, Odegaard, cheeky little ball in there, but he doesn't beat the Man United trap. Well shielded by Calafiori there. Yeah, and Arsenal maintain possession. I mean, Arsenal have been a better team so far, guys. 13 minutes, 40 seconds gone. We've created 3 chances, all by Odegaard, and here comes Odegaard again. He works the ball, but he lays it off to Thomas Partey. Arsenal just probing to find the spaces in the midfield. They're not really playing overloads in the midfield here. They're more trying to set up the ball and find those slot passes through the middle. Here's Yuri and Timber. Out to Wanyeri. Wanyeri easily goes past his man every single time. It's recycled back to Thomas Partey and Odegaard. Well, good ball from Saliba, but Wanyeri loses it. Here come United again on the counter. Oh, Garnacho puts the ball across the face of the goal, but there's nobody there for Man United. It was really a nothing option, to be honest.
A good job that Xerxes was lazy there, to be honest, because if he would have been up with play, that's a tap-in.
Yep, true. Guys, hold on a second. I have to send the invite to Cranky. If I can get on. Right. I keep forgetting. I might even send an invite over to Garfield and see if he's got the guts to come on the stream. Hold on, guys. My office door's just knocked and I'm live on a stream. Hold on a second.
Crossing corner, Arsenal. First corner of the game.
Gabriel said.
Goes to Arsenal. It's been a moment since we scored from a corner.
That way from me.
Got across that top. It's first time. Oh, no one making a run. Arsenal keep possession though, edge of the United box.
Why does he have a key to go?
Right, Gary, sorry, what have I missed?
That's it. Now, Arsenal had a corner, Onana got a punch on it. Arsenal's kept the pressure on the edge of the United box, and we have a throw-in.
Excellent. Right, let me just send Cranky. Where's Cranky? Oh, here he is. Here comes Man United again. They don't have the numbers, but it's a cross-in, and it's blocked. Let's send this. Right, I've just sent it to an invite to.
Fouled it, surely. You just dragged him down by his throat.
Right, I've just sent out an invite to Garfield as well.
Oh, got to be quicker than Marino. You had the chance to get a little foot in there.
I think he's done well, man. I think he's done well.
Yeah, no, he's done all right. Just a little bit quicker. He can get a foot in. And when there, he probably would have been in on goal.
Here comes Odegaard again, a long shot! And it's saved by Onana. It's right dead centre. It makes it easy for him. If that's going anywhere in, that's 1-0. If that goes left or right, because it looks like Onana is blinded. Yes, he's got a defender in front of him. It takes a... okay. It actually takes a deflection right into the path of Onana. So Odegaard was looked like he was going to his left side. Probably would have snuck it into the corner as well. But it came off of the United defender's foot and ricocheted right into the path of Onana. Shout out to Vincey. What's going on, bro? Hope all is well. 18 said, hey, Vincey, when are we going to be blessed with seeing you on the stream? If Vincey's dealing with some health issues like I am. So here comes Timber again. Timber out to Wanyeri. Wanyeri so isolated, and it puts in a very poor cross. Wanyeri not having a good start in the first 20 minutes that we'd hoped. I think he needs to come in more, and I've said this quite a while. He's more dangerous when he really tries to take that step into the penalty area and tries to cause havoc there. He does deliver a quality cross in as well. He can do that. That wasn't an example which we just saw. But yes, a little too isolated for me, and he needs to be more central in order to cause more of a harm, because he can overlap with Timber, but at the moment we're just not seeing that because that kind of understanding isn't there. Arsenal winning the midfield battle though. And here come Arsenal again. Moreno finds Declan Rice. Declan's having a good game again. Declan goes up wide to Trossard. And Trossard recycles the ball back. Vince is saying, not sure, bro. Guys, we're doing a great job in my absence. Garfield, what's going on, bro? Everyone's been asking for you. They said this was the game you've been wanting to come on.
He is. I thought you left the country, mate.
Everybody's saying, where's Garfield in the chat?
No, I wanted the game called off, man. No, right. At the end of the day, boys, right? Listen, right? It doesn't matter what happens today.
Here we go. The excuses.
No, it doesn't matter what happens today in this game with us, because it's not going to make any difference at all. Yeah. What we want to do is take money out the Glazers' pocket. That's the whole idea.
Yeah. Everyone's been asking if you. I've got. If Cam says Garfield, see him there. Oh my God!
I can't see the chats.
Gary, how is it displayed?
Click
I
on the
use a computer,
comments.
so it's different for me.
Click on the comments, Garfield.
All
It
right,
says
one second.
comments and private chat. Click on the comments.
No, all I've got, I'm on my phone. I've got Mike, Cam, chat, more, leave.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't. If you're on the phone, I'm not too sure. I'm on the laptop.
No, it's cool, man. It's cool. I'm not really going to have a lot to say during this game anyway, am I? But to be fair, you know,
Well, you never know, mate. You never know.
You know, we've helped this. This could have gone one or two ways. We could have got absolutely hammered, or we
Yep.
turn up against a big team like we generally do. You know.
Yeah, because you know you've got that in you, right? You look at the cup final. You look at the again FA Cup, same competition, a game against Arsenal at the Emirates. You've got it in you to put in a display.
But
And I think
why can't we do it every game? What is the answer to that?
the answer to that is that unfortunately the level of the team is too low. And when you see them good results, it's because you rise your level, don't you? You know, you sort of put in
Do you know
the
what it
shift,
is?
you go over the above a Call of Duty, but you just as a baseline, the baseline's too low.
Low IQ.
I
mate.
think
That's
what
it
it is as well is that you have different ways of playing, don't you? So against Arsenal or Man City, you may defend deep and hope to hit on the counter. When you're playing against other teams, if you play more open and your defense is not really good enough, you get half found out, you know.
Yeah, but we can't even pass the ball 10 yards.
Yes, I mean we're winning the midfield battle for sure.
I was praying for Obi's start. I know Obi's going to come on and score the winner. You know that, right?
Didn't I just say that to you, Gary? Oh my God!
Yeah.
I said to Gary,
You know what? It wouldn't surprise me at all.
I know.
I said we've got a history of coming up to these places. Rashford did us in as a kid. Wayne Rooney did us in as a kid at Everton. We've got a history of capitulating when it comes to these bloody kids.
Michael Owen, another one that done us as a kid.
Yeah, we've got a history of shatting the bed, as they say in Manchester.
Then Robin van Persie used to do you as well, didn't he, when he played for us?
Yeah, but he was already established. I'm talking about the kids, man.
Yeah,
I know. Here's a horrible clash here with Moreno.
Just pulling your leg, man.
Oh no, he's just gone into he just clashed into two players. 18 says, there's my guy Garfield. What's your prediction?
Well, the way it started, I'm probably going to go for a 2-1 to you.
Yeah, that's what I've said.
2-1 or 2-0. We're not winning by the grace of God, yeah, but I've said so many prayers this morning, man.
Yeah.
God kicked me out the room.
Tell me about it. 18's gone 2-0. Nay said 4-1. Vincey's now saying 2-0 to Arsenal. Gary, I think Gary said 2-0, didn't you, Gary?
Yeah,
3-1 on Arsenal.
Oh, 3-1. Vincey says, after the Ferguson years, this fixture has caused too much pain. I spent a lot of therapy on that Giggs shirt. Oh, the Giggs goal. Here come Arsenal. Well played through the channel. And it comes in. Declan, we've got to do something with it quickly. Party shoots outside. It's blocked. Counter attack there from Arsenal, but United get back in numbers really, really well there.
Well, the thing is,
that Giggs goal, man.
The thing is, what used to happen is when we go 1-0 down or 1-0 up, we just capitulate. But since Amarin's been there, it seems like we're not doing that as much, which is a positive. So I don't know, man. If we go out, because I'm going up to the game on Thursday for the second leg with the wife, so I don't know if I'd even be married on Friday.
Excellent.
But if we go out of that, then there's nothing. This is like Amarin's going to get the biggest pre-season without new players, obviously, but he can just tinker because we've got enough points not to get relegated. If we lose today, I don't know, if we lose one more, we're going to be bottom 4.
Yeah. It's tough on. I told you before in the summer last year, I didn't think he should come to United until the summer. I thought they should stick with Ten Hag and don't let anybody take the blame for what's going on at this club at the moment. And unfortunately, not everybody, but some people are pointing the fingers at Amarin, and that's unfair
Oh.
because he's a quality manager and really doesn't deserve what's happening to him at the moment. And I just hope they have the patience to stick with him.
I don't think it made any sense to give Ten Hag more money than sack him. It just kind of can't work that one out.
Yeah, why did they do? Well, it happens, and United ain't the first club that's done that, and they won't be the last.
Well, Apollo, I remember you in the toilet in Montenegro when I first met you.
Oh yeah. Apollo in the toilet of Montenegro. do tell Garfield. Do tell. Remember, this is a kids' show.
Hey, Gary, we were there with the wives as well.
Yeah, the wives were there. But no, I remember Apollo saying, "Yeah, we're going to do it next season. We're going to do it." I go, "You're not. You're not." You're not.
Yeah, we have a preview show when we do the Premier League show on Friday, which we haven't done for quite a while, mostly because of my health.
Mhm.
And I predicted United would get fourth. And how bad does that prediction look on me now? God, mind you, I did say Arsenal was going to win it.
Yeah,
Is that
11
full from
places
bottom?
out.
Was that United full from bottom?
Yeah, that's what he meant.
Cam says, Wanyeri not in the game at all so far. He's been poor. I did say that. He needs to be more central. And then they need to communicate with him better. You can see here on the right-hand side now, they have Moreno and Timber. And Timber's made that run in there. That's a great run by Timber. Oh, but it's just come off him. And it looks like it's a goal kick. That's a great run in there by Timber. He's onside. That's just that great recovery there from Maguire.
The thing is, you've got a wicked bench, man. You have.
Is that Maguire? No, that's not Maguire.
No, Lindelof.
The Lindelof, yeah.
Lindelof. And they give handball against Timber anyway.
18 says Man United manager has shown me he's not good enough. No, bro, you can't judge a book like that, mate. You can't. First of all, I think that Eucharist is going there because he's played for him before. And I just don't see, Eucharist is the type of guy that...
It's like a father-son situation there.
Yes, exactly. So I can see him going to United. What that means
That's
for Holberg...
That's if Amarin survives. He may not even...
Yeah, he will survive.
He's got to survive.
Here comes Arsenal. Ball into the middle. It's too much on it.
We ain't got no money to pay off Amarin. So we ain't got the money to do it.
Vincey says United have an understanding that they need to perform against Arsenal like we have to perform against Spurs. I thought that's how United look at Liverpool, right?
It's like it's the DNA, isn't it? These certain games that have a certain DNA.
So he's right then. Vincey's right. I'm there with you, Cam. These games could be dominated. Yeah. Would you agree with that then? You look at this as a derby, Garfield.
Yeah, I'd say this is probably... I look at this game because of all that. Remember when Thierry Henry and then, what's his name? Wolfman banging Van Nistelrooy on the back of the head after that penalty miss and all that. I'll see you on the pitch, Patrick, and all that. We ain't had that with Liverpool or who else? Chelsea. Arsenal is the one. And the only thing I like about this so far is that we are the team that's obviously beat you the most out of all the Premier League teams.
Yeah.
But that'll fizzle out soon if we don't fix up.
Shoot! Oh, Trossard just gone wide there of the right post. Could have easily just gone into the side net there. He's normally good at those. Quality first touch. Oh, he's just so close. He's maybe a foot out. That could have been 1-0 Arsenal. So close.
We ain't even had no
good
shots
strike
on
as well. He
target.
just doesn't get the bend on it. The question is as well, does Onana have that covered?
No, it's unlucky. No.
We don't know if Onana's got that covered as well. Oh, so close there from Trossard.
I think what minutes you on?
I'm on 32 minutes.
What, you on Sky or Optus? Optus.
I'm on IPTV watching Sky main event. But remember, I watch through my Xbox console. I watch through my video games console, which means I'm always going to be delayed.
Yeah, I'm going somewhere else. I'm way behind. There we go. Just a second.
Here comes Arsenal again. Wanyeri on the right. Please do something with the ball. He's got two people in front of him. Goes to Odegaard. And the ball's just being recycled there. Arsenal really looking for an opening. It's another cheeky ball gone in, but United defend it well. I think the thing about this is playing this style, United used to be able to punish us on the counter-attack. But I don't think United's got the players to do that in this current setup.
We can do it in the 70th minute. If Obi comes on, we'll be able to do something like that.
Yeah. I was saying to them, he's had 21 minutes so far this season.
But he wouldn't have got
Oh,
them.
nice play by United. Oh, that's cut out there by Saliba. And here come Arsenal. They don't have the numbers, but here comes Declan Rice. Yeah, you don't have the numbers, so better to recycle that. Vincent says, United look uncomfortable passing through us. Yeah, they do. It's the midfield. Odegaard coming forward again with Timber. Odegaard and Timber really, really working right there. A little chip that's going in. Hit it. Oh! Trossard again.
It's going to be one of them games, isn't it?
Trossard again. Trossard again. Ole, ole.
Bro, you need to calm down, man.
Hey, I don't know whether you've seen
the
the last
medication
few
he's on.
streams. Yeah, I don't know whether you've seen the last few seasons. My lungs have been
I
really
think Trossard
bad.
goes with the wrong foot there.
He does. My lungs have been really bad.
I think he should have gone with the
Garfield.
right.
I've been going through a really, really difficult one. I just feel vibrant today because I went out for a walk. I haven't been able to go for a walk in weeks. And so I went out today, nice and sunny in London, about 18 degrees out there.
Yeah, it's
And
here
so-
as well. Yeah.
So I feel okay at the moment now. In the second half, you probably might hear me ailing. In the
Well,
last 3 streams that I've done, I've had to leave early. Can't even stick around.
Conserve your energy for the second half, man, because that's when the action's going to start. Trust me.
Declan Rice intercepted the pass there, and it's played through. Here come Arsenal. It's got to be quick. Moreno goes to Odegaard. It's probably picked out. Odegaard shoots. It's blocked. Moreno again. Timber. I think United's defended well, actually.
Yeah, because we just set up to defend. That's why he's dropped Højlund and Højlund. I'd rather play Obi, but the thing is, he's only 17. You put that pressure on him, it'll affect him. But
what is that red stand behind the United goal? Is that disabled unit? I think it's a disabled unit.
Hey, mate, that's where you'll be seeing me.
Wow, that's awesome. Our one's at the friggin' back. Yours is at the front.
Oh no, we've got more. We've got some in the away section as well in the corner.
I think that is the disabled section. What a great place to put it. You can see it is. It says hospitality, disabled. What a great place to put it.
I think there's a net as well, so you can't get hit in the face. See how big it is?
Yeah, it's massive, mate. It goes back about 4 or 5 rows.
It goes all the way around under the Arsenal fans as well.
Shout out to Andrew. Andrew says, I recognize 2 of you. Garfield is the guy who you normally speak to in the chat. Andrew, he's I invited him to come on to the United stream quite a while ago. So yeah,
VIP access.
In fact, there's a few things that me and Garfield have got to do. We've got to do fishing in Montenegro, which I'm looking forward to because I've never fished before in my life. So
and we're going to cook it as well.
I'm really looking forward to that, man.
Yeah, man. We're going over in May again to sign some papers and stuff.
So I want to travel at the end of May. I want to go to Spain for the Formula One Grand Prix, Catalonia.
But the thing is, once we're living there, we can drive to Spain, Italy. You're actually there. You can get to everywhere from Montenegro.
Nice.
Yeah, we're definitely set up to defend.
Yeah, when you're there trying to do something, but really just not being able to.
You see, if this was a game of basketball, it'd be a half-court press for us.
Andrew's saying, nice to see the face of Garfield.
You might see some Garfield tears later. But to be fair, it's got a draw written all over it the way it's going.
Yeah.
Because I think you're playing nervous.
Shout out to my son. Shout out to my son, Killer BZ in the chat. Big up to you, bro. Love to my grandkids. Hope everything is well, bro. Hope everything is well. That's my son. You lot have seen my son on the channel at the beginning of the season doing the previews. Actually, my son knows Vincey as well. So him and Vincey know each other. So that's awesome. 18 saying Garfield's a gooner in disguise.
I'm not. Definitely not. 100%.
Arsenal really knocking at the door here. Declan Rice.
He's not denying it. He's not denying it.
I'll support anyone at the minute. Do you know what? I've even been known to support my own city where I live, Leicester.
Wow.
Well, let's test this. Let's test the keeper, man.
Yeah, I mean, this is overall Arsenal really just dominating possession.
Come on,
they're
man.
Missing, yeah, they're just lacking that precision around the box. That's what they're lacking.
You look nervous.
Rice there's trying to play all through to Jota when he should be turning and having a shot at goal from there.
Yeah, and Arteta's, he's frustrated because it's a dominant performance by Arsenal, but you're not doing nothing with it. This is not like the FA Cup game when we were toothless, and it's not like the Forest or the West Ham game where we just offered nothing in those games. We're actually playing. The performance is actually pretty good today in regards to, how do we look? Are we progressive? Is everybody, working on movement, positioning? All of that is definitely improved today. But
you see the problem.
Just waiting for the goal.
The problem with Man United
on the goal, don't you?
The thing with Man United is they ain't got the IQ. When you play football at top level, when you're playing a ball, you need to try and see 2 or 3 moves ahead. Who's going to be going where if I do this? But they can only think of 1 pass ahead. That's it.
Yeah.
It's just schoolboy errors, man, all the time.
Yep. Cam saying, Radcliffe, what a legend, man. Enos Glazer's dream partnership probably sacked a few janitors to pay for his ticket today. Oh, that's a low blow there, mate. Says PSV result had everything to do with their form. No, it didn't. This is what I'm saying. PSV were unbeaten for 56 games before the week before when they lost. That was their record. They hadn't lost a home game since 2022, and Arsenal went and put 7 by them. So a lot of people are talking about, they're a crap team, not good form and all this stuff. And that is not exactly true, guys. There's no truth into that whatsoever. Andrew saying Garfield, modern day professional football can lack spontaneity. How many Mavericks can you name in the Premier League?
I don't understand the question.
Yeah, if you want to be a little bit more, how shall I say, layman in your terms, Andrew, for the question.
But if it's to do with naming anyone in the United side that's any good,
I think what he's saying is like, where's all these Maverick players that we used to see that could just literally win a game on their own?
Well, that's like saying, it's the same question to Arsenal. What's happened since Bergkamp, Henry, and all. It's the same with us. What's happened since Scholes, Giggs? We're in the same situation. You're just slightly ahead of us, or way ahead of us. But it's not as though you guys have won, a shed load of trophies in the time the Glazers have been there. I think we've probably won more trophies than you while we've been under the Glazer ownership.
Well, remember, Wenger had 17 honours in 22 years when he was at the club. Before he came into the club, Arsenal had only won 6 honours in the last 30 years. So that's how devoid we were at winning before he came.
Cam is asking you to name your top 5 Man United players of all time. them Premier League players, he wants you to do some work on the stream.
Is he being truthful, or is he just taking the mick? I'd have to go with Stam, Giggs, Cantona, Ronaldo.
No Jules Best?
No, I'm not going back that far. I thought he meant Premiership.
No, he said the top 5
United players. So I'll just give you mine. Giggs, Bobby Charlton, George Best, Paul Scholes, Wayne
Bobby
Rooney.
Moore. Not Bobby Moore. Did Bobby Moore play for United? No.
Bobby Moore?
No, he's
for West Ham. Yeah. So mine's is Rooney,
Bobby
Scholes,
Charlton.
Giggs, Charlton,
Bobby Charlton,
and Best.
That's why. I'm sick
What
of
about
talk.
you, Gary?
So I'd have to go George Best, Wayne Rooney, Paul Scholes, Dennis Law,
Ooh.
and what was his name? He was one of Duncan Edwards, one of the both debate.
Yeah.
Over Giggs.
Yeah, these are all personal opinions, though.
Bloody hell.
And then Premier League players, you'd have to say Wayne Rooney, Paul Scholes again. Then Ryan Giggs would get into it.
No Roy Keane.
Roy Keane, I suppose, would have to be there. And defensively, probably Rio Ferdinand.
No, that's like all players, top 5 Premier League players of all time.
I'd have Vidic over Rio.
Would you?
Maybe even Stam as well. All right, back to you guys. Who's Arsenal's best 5 of all time?
God, freaking hell. Now you're asking questions.
Well, Henry's there, obviously, and Bergkamp, right?
Yeah, Henry, Bergkamp, definitely. I'd probably have Ian Wright, Tony Adams.
Martin Keown?
Nah.
Yeah, for me, it would be, it's a tough one. Thierry Henry, number 1. Number 2. Is that a free kick? Look, they score here. We're in 4 minutes added on. United break. It's Garnacho with the run.
Come on.
Garnacho for United.
Listen, we're just Obi's coming soon.
Is it Garnacho the foul's given on? Because it looked like there was a foul before Garnacho.
Obi-Wan Kenobi is coming soon.
It looked like there was a foul before Garnacho.
And it's a yellow card for Trossard.
It's Bruno Fernandes time, guys. Yep.
It's 1-0 Man United.
No, it's not. Stop lying.
Right,
It's 1-0 Man United.
Oh, my God.
And it's Bruno Fernandes.
Oh, my God. Yeah, I told you it's Bruno time taking the free kick. Oh, my God.
I told you, didn't I? It's going to be one of them games, man, where you still probably win it 2-1, to be fair.
Oh, my God. Have United even had a shot on target all game?
There hasn't been any shots on target all game.
Wow. Wow.
Look, my lips are sealed, yeah?
Well, it was Ricardo Calafori that gave the ball away. And Bruno Fernandes is dangerous in these places. What a quality free kick.
Central there. Yeah.
But you see, the thing is, David Raya gives him so much room to hit. I don't like it.
Nobody's saving that. Don't do the Raya thing, Gary.
No, I haven't seen it yet, but I'm just saying. I haven't seen the free kick yet, but I'm just saying there's a whole
quality free kick
room there.
Right in the postage stamp, mate. Nobody's saving that.
He puts the bend. It's the bend he puts on. It just deceives you, man.
Quality. Look at it. And he's going the other way. He's bending it the other way. Look at that. Right over the wall. It's the pace he gets with the ball over the wall.
That is a rocket. That is no keeper saving that.
It's a good free kick. He gets it to come down. See how he gets it to dip down quickly with the pace on it? It's quality. That's what he does.
Do you know what? Listen, you're saying it like it's in the top corner. That's not in the top corner.
It's not top corner.
Mate, it's the pace on the ball where he hits it and it dips.
I'm not saying it's not a good free kick, but Raya gives him a whole load of goal to hit. A whole load of goal
Well, you
to
can
hit.
blame Raya, but I'm giving Bruno Fernandes credit for that.
That
gets all the credit.
That was at least.
Listen, it's a fantastic free kick, but I think if you've got Alisson Becker in goal there, he saves that. I saw it in the Liverpool game the other day, and Alisson Becker lined up his ball when he stood in the middle of his goal. Raya's gone right over to the other post, and when you're not that tall goalkeeper, you don't have the reach. You've got to be more.
You could see him at full stretch there, and he was miles away from
he's
it.
at full stretch, but because he's so far over to the other post, he can't make up the ground.
Yeah, I don't think that comes into it, mate, because at full stretch, he was still nowhere near that.
Yeah,
if he was close to it, then maybe I'd give it some credence, but he was miles away from. There's no way he's getting that. No goalie's getting that. It does depend on where you're standing, but the wall's supposed to do that work for you, Gary.
Yeah, but once it goes over the wall, it's up to the goalkeeper, isn't it? So once it goes over the wall, it's up to the goalkeeper. And if the goalkeeper is too far one way, he's never going to get across the goal to reach the ball.
It's a corner to Arsenal.
Anyway, can you two guys just shut up for 1 minute?
And that's half time, guys.
And just let me do this. Get in! I didn't do it because I don't feel like doing it. And even when they score now, because you just know it's still going to go pear-shaped.
Well, let's hope so.
It will.
I was doing my top Arsenal 5, wasn't I? It's a corner to Arsenal is probably going to be the last kick of the first half. Odegaard takes it, and it goes right across the 6-yard line, and nothing becomes of it. That's probably going to be referee blows for half time.
Well,
it's bad because you don't want to let a goal in before half time here, but they do.
I can't complain about that half. To be fair,
that was rope the dope. That was Ali George Foreman first half there. Arteta leaving furiously into the changing rooms. Arsenal did everything right, but really lack of testing the goalkeeper there. And United just out of nothing, and that was because Calafiori gave the ball away, and United go 1-0 up with a quality.
Do you know what? I seen the Arteta interview about the interviewer asked him about the title race. Are you out of it? And you are out of it, but he's trying to paint a picture like you're not out of it. Yeah, mathematically you're not out of it, but. You're not catching Liverpool, but that deluded reply.
Yeah, Rich Bo, it's not a criticism; it's an opinion.
Yeah, sorry, Garfield, go on.
Completely different things, my friend.
Yeah, he shouldn't have, because that put a bit. I think that affects the players when you start saying deluded things like that.
Well, I think it's said to continue to show the fight in your players, because as a manager, what you're going to do, you're going to say, right, guys, we've lost the league, so let's lift our skirts.
We've pretty much 99.9% lost the league, but still go out there, show fight. Don't say we've not lost it.
Yeah, that's what you got to do. Apollo, check our messenger chat and see what Lewis has just said.
Lewis, right, hold on, because I got to start from the top. Let me start from the top. Andrew says, what I'm trying to explain is the team set up a key component for winning games instead of audacious moves occurring. Vince's Man United 5 is Giggs, Best, Charlton, Robinson, Robson, and Ronaldo. Oh, I forgot about Ronaldo. This is why they came with so much space. And then he says, Gary, I agree with you. So much space, but the pace of the ball just bends his footwork. Great strike, and that's what it is. It's just a great strike.
Listen, I'm not disputing that. I'm not disputing
But remember, Gary's got a thing with Raya like Cranky has with Arteta, so you allow it. Andrew says, my best 5 Arsenal players: Henry, Bergkamp, Perez, Cazorla, Comes over here. Wow, Andrew. Wow. It says, what else can you do? Rich Post, shout out to you. Hope everything is good, bro. He says, man, Apollo, guys, we need the 12th man. While you guys were here taking trips down memory lane, United scored. Call blimey, the criticism. Gary, get your gloves on. Come on,
Happily,
Arsenal.
happily.
And Mike's called us Bottle Jobs FC. Tony, the foul on the goal was Trossard. I thought it was Calafiori that gave the ball away. That's right. It was Calafiori that gave the ball away, not the foul. Trossard fouled him, but the ball was actually given away in terms of possession to United by Calafiori. So, guys, my Arsenal top 5 is Henry, Bergkamp, Adams, Vieira, and Ian Wright. What was yours, Gary?
Can't remember what I said now. Henry, Bergkamp, Adams, Ian Wright, and I'm going to put a goalkeeper in there. I'm going to put in David Seaman. Yeah.
I also do want to have honourable mentions as well, because if I probably don't, a few of my mates might kill me. Charlie George, who me and old fashioned Charlie George, Cliff Baston, Robert Perez, Liam Brady. And as for best Premier League players, Premier League players,
It takes some thinking, doesn't it? Because we've seen some players.
It does.
We've seen some players. It does take a lot of fault.
All right. Okay. I'm going to go with Wayne Rooney. Number 10, Wayne Rooney. Number 9, Cantona. Number 8, Tony Adams. Number 7, Patrick Vieira. Number 6, who would I put as 6? You got to put Alan Shearer in there. If you don't put Shearer in the top 10 there, then something's wrong with you. But I'm not his biggest fan. Actually, I think he's an arsehole personally. But Alan Shearer, I'm going to put at number 6. Fat Frank, again, I don't like him, but I'm going to have to. You have to put him in, right? Otherwise, you're not being fair. You're just being completely biased. So this is a non-biased view of the top 10. So I've got to put Frank Lampard in at 5. I'll put Cristiano Ronaldo at 4. Steven Gerrard. Oh, Steven Gerrard, I put at 3. Mo Salah. I put Mo Salah at 2.
Stop it.
I put Mo Salah at 2 and Thierry Henry at 1. The only person I've not put in there, Gary, is Ryan Giggs. Gary, what's your top 10?
What's that? Top 10 based on
Premier League.
What? Any players from any club?
Top 10 Premier League, anybody.
All right. So, I'm going to build a team of who I think is the best. So, I'm going to say Peter Schmeichel.
Look at that free kick. That was quality.
Peter Schmeichel in goal. Right back, you probably have to go Gary Neville. Left back, Ashley Cole. Tony Adams.
Left back, Evra.
Don't be silly. So Tony Adams centre back with. Oh, it's hard, isn't it, to pick that other centre back?
Vidic.
I'm going to go Rio Ferdinand. I mentioned it before. I'm going to say Rio Ferdinand. I thought he was top notch, Rio Ferdinand.
Yeah, good choice.
Yeah. Vieira, Roy Keane, Paul Scholes, and Steven Gerrard.
Scholes? Okay. All right.
Scholes,
okay.
yeah.
Fair enough.
Scholes and Steven Gerrard. And then Henry and Alan Shearer.
In fact, you know what? I was about to say, don't say Kane over Shearer. anything but Harry Kane over Shearer. Don't do it. And you didn't do
I
it.
have to
So
go
credit
Alan
to you.
Shearer.
Credit to you. Bro.
John Terry could have got in there, Andrew. Definitely not Steve Bruce, Vincey, or Pallister. I thought Tony Adams was above them two. And John Terry and Rio Ferdinand. I don't like John Terry. Rio Ferdinand.
It's funny, Tony. My top 10 was just any top 10, but Gary actually did a team.
I built a team,
yeah. Which isn't a top 10 because that's 11 players in Nugget.
No, I've done 4-4-2.
Yeah,
and the goalkeeper.
Yeah. Oh God, look, he's gone. Vinci said Pallister. Nah, I wouldn't even put Pallister ahead of Vidic. Yeah, I wouldn't.
No Kante and definitely no Van Dijk.
Yeah.
Come on, let's go, man. Let's go.
Oh, look at Garfield. Look, he's got to put the Jackson top on. Look, he was all somber at the start when he come on.
Oh God, no, John Terry. Do you know what? It would be hard for I'm not going to say anything about John Terry due to the fact that I'm just going to leave it. I'm just going to leave it 100. Kante in the midfield. Kante in the midfield over Gerrard, Scholes. Who was it as well, Gary?
Vieira and Keane.
Vieira and Keane. Kante doesn't even get a look in, bro.
I think what you're looking at,
nor does
the
Michael
longevity
Essien.
of the players, aren't you? So Kante played 4 or 5 seasons, but you're looking at Gerrard and Scholes. They was there for like 10 years.
And the thing is, guys, he's not even mentioned Kevin De Bruyne in that 11. So, hey, look, no Ronaldo, no De Bruyne.
I would have Stevie G over Kevin De Bruyne any day.
Did you put Ashley Cole in there?
Yeah, at left back, yeah.
All right, okay. Who was your right back? Gary Neville?
Gary Neville, I think he's the best of the bunch, isn't he? If you're picking a team.
Yeah, it's a fair shout. Fair shout with Ferdinand as well. Scholes is a good shout. Scholes was in my top 5 for United.
No Stamp.
Nah, Stamp isn't better than Vidic. I'd put Vidic over Stamp.
I think Stamp and Vidic are better than Rio. But that's my opinion.
Football's a funny game, isn't it, Garfield? Everyone's just got different opinions on what they see and how they view things.
I've seen a clip once. You've probably seen it on Twitter if you're on there. And it was when, I don't know who scored, Ronaldo. I don't know if it's the Arsenal game. And Rio comes over, jumps on top of the crowd and slaps the ref in the face.
Wow.
I'll send it you.
See, that's what makes football so fascinating, doesn't it? Because everyone's got different opinions about everything.
Yeah.
You know what? Rise Gerrard. So I think because Gerrard redefined the midfield role, he really did. Midfielders were not supposed to be goal scorers.
Isn't it mad though that Steve G never won a title?
I know, mate. I know. And that's the thing. Like some people, not one person has come in here and said Frank Lampard should be above him because Lampard won titles. But I would take Gerrard over Lampard 7 days a week.
If you look at Stevie G, he could tackle, he could pass, he could drive with the ball, he could score goals. He was the complete midfielder.
He defined the word box-to-box midfielder, in my opinion. That was who he was.
I think what everyone remembers him for, though, we all know what everyone remembers him for. The Slippy G, isn't it?
But I see a little thing on Instagram saying Liverpool fans asking Liverpool to go sign him because he's technically a free agent, so he can get a title.
Wow, I think Cranky says we need some of your younger age to pick a team. Yeah, old bias. Yeah, that's because if you didn't have the old people, then you wouldn't have those names from the 90s or the early 200s. You'd have all these players who are playing now. Quite frankly, I mean
Tony Cox. Check out your best Premier League.
Is that Tony? All right. Tony's gone with Henry, Camp, Drogba, KDB, Ronaldo, Shearer, Zola, Salah, Scholes. Yeah, that's decent. Vince is saying no Johnny Evans.
Or Slabhead.
Oh, that's hilarious. You know, in a perfect world, although I've done my top 10, just talking about what Cranky was in the midfield, if I had to pick 3 midfielders, if I chose my team and said, I'm playing you lot now, I would take Vieira, De Bruyne, and Gerrard. That would be my 3. And then I'll go 3 up front. Yeah, then I go 3 up front. That's madness. And the thing is, and it's a hard one because even with 3 up front, yeah, all right, you might say Shearer, you might say Thierry Henry, and some people will say Giggs, but Giggs didn't even make my team. So would Ronaldo go in there? Would Ronaldo over Giggs?
Do you know
Let's
what?
ask a Man United fan down there, Garfield.
Right.
Ronaldo or Giggs?
Kanchelskis.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. You forget that name. Innit? Kanchelskis. Yeah.
Would
I thought you were going to say Jesper Blomqvist.
On the right wing, I'd have Kanchelskis.
Wow. All Premier League team, bro.
Yeah, I like Kanchelskis.
Wow. Yeah, I guess you know what? Because in our way, we talk about Robert Perez, but I can see from a United's perspective that yeah, I get it. But that's like an Arsenal fan saying Perez, so I totally get it 100%. Emerson goes, I've seen many players from the 90s to the current players. Yeah, bro, and you know what it is? These players these days, they're too soft, man. They're too soft. You see, these 90s players will bust up these guys. They won't be able to physically live on the pitch with most of these players.
Oh, they brought Aiden Heaven on. Aiden Heaven has come on.
Do you know what?
For letting the limp.
He's done a shift though every time he's come on. Obi, he's nearly scored goals when he's came on. But
yeah, the key word in that, Garfield, is nearly.
Yeah, like you've been saying all the first half. Oh, just by the post, nearly. Yeah. What's good for the goose is good for the gander.
Not me, mate. Not me. That was Apollo.
Vincey said I'd probably change KDB for Yaya Toure. Ooh, just for balance.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good player, man.
That's a good.
Did he have a
good
brother?
shout.
Did he have a brother?
Yeah, Colo.
Yeah. Who was invincible? Like he's just winding me up there. Cam says, Euro is such a duck. Every time I see this guy gets injured, man, what's going on with Euro? All right, second half has started for me, guys.
Do you know, if we would have had Dorgu bashing crosses in from the left, I think we would have probably scored anyway. You know that? Because he's a good crosser of a ball.
Oh, here comes Odegaard in tons of space. You've got to play it quickly. It's to Trossard.
We haven't tested the keeper. It's the same old story, man. We just don't do too much mucking about with it outside the box.
Cross comes in. You're ahead of me, aren't you, Gary?
No.
All right, I'm 45 minutes and 40 seconds.
I ain't even kicked off yet.
Here comes Arsenal. Party coming in. Shoot! Trossard shoots, but it's blocked. Oh, that could be bad. Oh, if Gabriel got that tackle bad, that would have been a red card, last man, and United would be having a one-man advantage there. Arsenal down to 10 men. But Gabriel times his tackle perfectly. Well done there. Hold on, guys. I'll be back in a second. Let me replenish my drink.
You can't for me, Gary.
No. Do you know what it is, Garfield? We just tend to muck about a bit too much on the edge of the box, all this pretty little passing, and it just does my nutting. You know, there's got to be an end product. You can't just control, keep the ball without creating anything.
Do you think you'll score?
We created a couple of little half chances in that first half, but ultimately we haven't tested the goalkeeper once in 50 minutes. You know.
Do you think you'll score though? I think you will.
To be perfectly honest, if we get a good opportunity, and depending on who it falls to, I don't see why not. But again, it's just a case of just getting that opportunity.
You'll get it. Don't worry about that.
Here come United. Oh, and the cutback. Ericsson was just waiting to smash that into the net. And Timber gets across to nick the ball just off of his toe. Oh. You know, it's quite funny the way that different teams play the game, you know. Arsenal have just got this thing where they want to control without really creating anything. And that's not how you win football games.
Yeah, but when I say, why can't we play like this every game? But both teams are probably playing crap. Arsenal might be having an off day, and it's making us look better than what. It
hasn't been a good game. I wouldn't say it's been a good game at all. Here come United again with Mazarari, whatever you call him.
Yeah, Mazwari.
You've got to get rid of that. Odegaard. Here come United again, and it's into Raya's arms from Garnacho.
Oh, that Mazraoui is. I think he'll be our player of the season. You know, he's been all right since he come.
Arsenal have it now with Wanyeri running at Dallo. Checks back inside and finds Odegaard. Odegaard to Timber. Back to Odegaard to Partey.
Right, what have I missed? Vincey says, what's frustrating is you can see the team is trying hard in attack, but they don't trust the early ball there with Partey taking long to shoot or pass. This is the challenge with no striker. Andrew saying, in certain games, there's been too much hesitancy by Arsenal. Fear of failure has taken hold. I think they're beyond that. They're definitely coming out in the midweek for real. 18 saying, Garfield is working his dark arts. He's just put some juju on the stream.
Voodoo magic, man.
He did the same in the FA Cup as well.
You know what? You can't see it, but if you look on his left-hand side, there's a dolly of Arteta with some pins in it.
I've got my daughter's dolly down here somewhere as well.
Don't lie, Garfield. Don't lie.
Arsenal just need to pace themselves. They've played well in the first half, apart from obviously what happened. Here they come.
We pace ourselves anymore, man. We're running a marathon, aren't we?
Yeah. I mean, look at United setting up well. They've got so many red shirts in there. Here comes the cross. You got to get on it. It's defended well. It's a corner to Arsenal. Yeah, it's corner to Arsenal.
If you get one, we'll just capitulate, man.
We haven't scored from a corner in ages, have we?
Yeah, it's been a while.
We've got that. Yeah, we've mastered that after you scored them 2 against us.
Odegaard, so close. Oh, ball comes in. It's a short one. Arsenal surprised them. It's played off by Trossard and Odegaard just a foot over the bar. I think the goalie may have had it covered. Yeah. Onana had that covered.
I'm miles behind.
Actually, they're saying Onana got a hand to it.
Onana saved it, yeah.
Yeah, it's another corner. Here comes another one. Set piece FC. Let's go. Thing is, you haven't got Saka whipping these in, and that's the big problem there. Oh, this one is such Declan Rice, and he goes over. Well thought out set piece from Arsenal. It is laid off 40 yards to Declan Rice. Declan tees it up with a volley, and it just, oh, God, what a goal that would have been. That would have been goal of the season. He just struggles to keep it down.
That was a good volley, though.
Attempt that was.
Hey, you know the Bruno goal that he scored?
Yep.
Yeah.
You know when you do you have a set piece coach.
Yeah.
So say you was outside the D, yeah, where Bruno was in the middle.
Yeah.
Would you ever tell your players to say, right, just come out the way, just come out the way, let them have a free reign? So
no.
No. Why?
I think, like I said, for me, it's all about when the keeper lines up that wall.
Yeah.
You know, you want the wall to defend one side of the goal.
Uh-huh.
But in saying that, the keeper has to be able to get across his goal and cover it for if it goes over the wall.
But the keeper can't see the run-up of the player hitting the ball. So how you'd be able to tell from the way his body language is?
Because the keeper will have a view of the ball getting struck. And if he doesn't, he has to see it when it comes over the wall. Now, the most important thing for goalkeepers, right, is footwork. So it's the footwork that allows them. It's the footwork that allows them to get across and make the dive for the ball. Now, Apollo says I have a problem with Raya. I don't. What it is, I don't like the small goalkeepers. So if you watch Alisson Becker at 6'4", yeah, the reach he has on the ball is significant.
Massive,
so
yeah.
If you've got Alisson Becker at 6'4", standing in the middle of his goal for a free kick, he's lined up his ball, but then he stands in the middle.
So they're saying the reason why Fernandez got that ball over the line is because it wasn't 10 yards.
So
it was
if you pick Raya now,
comes United. It's going to be 2-0 United. Oh, what a save by Raya! What a save by David Raya. So before that, I was just mentioning that the free kick wasn't 10 yards. It had been moved back to 11.2 yards. And that's how he was able to get the ball over the line. But United break here. It's 3-4 against 3. And what a great save there from David Raya.
That was a wicked save, that was.
What a save. Wow. Wow.
But you see the difference in play. Look, United just get the ball forward. Yeah, there's no tippy-tapper, tiki-taka. Just get the ball forward. Can we score a goal? And they almost
that's
come
apples
up
and oranges. We don't have the space to do that because they're in a low block.
Yeah, but you're playing like we can't break.
Yeah, they're in a low block, so that's apples and oranges there, Gary. Cam saying United sitting with 10 men behind the ball. We've still gotten some chances. They'll be tough to break down. It'll happen, and then they'll be chasing the game. Yeah, Moses, that was a proper save, bro. That was a proper save. And because there's not enough happening in that final third for Arsenal. What a great save, though. That looked like it was going to be 2-0 to United.
It did.
Andrew says, in a game such as this, Arsenal conceding makes it harder. It does. It does. That's why when West Ham scored against us, I said at half time, I said we're in trouble because I didn't see any goals.
But this is also, Apollo, where you need that plan B. When something's not working, you've got to change it up on pitch.
So
but you've got good players on the bench to come on.
Where? What bench?
Yeah, which is the reason why when people talk about plan B in an injury-ridden hit team, I just ignore them. Sorry, Gary, I lovely like cook food, but everyone's talking about. I go on the forum and people are saying, "Why doesn't he do this? Why doesn't he do that? He's got no options. The cupboard is bare."
No, but when I'm talking about Plan B, Apollo, what I'm talking about is instead of playing one way and trying to walk this ball into the net, get it wide, get crosses in the box. With 5 minutes to go, throw Gabriel up top. That's a Plan B. It doesn't have to be changing players. It has to be just a different style of football.
Yeah, I think that the manager's doing exactly what he needs to do. I talked about when I did the vlog of the West Ham game that against West Ham Forest, we did not have enough midfield support in the box. Arteta has also, because he's a better man than I am, he's identified that too, and that's exactly what the changes he's made. You can see here in this set, we're attacking. We have 4 blue shirts, 5 blue shirts in the box, and all the midfielders are pushed up, which means the second level on the defensive line has pushed up as well. So we're more suffocating. Oh, look at this. We just need it to fall to us. So I can see he's made those changes. That's him managing. Oh, Odegaard laid off the ball for Declan Rice and he just didn't see it. Declan has got to sort of understand that that's what's going to happen with Odegaard. Odegaard's going to put you in those positions and he just doesn't make the run. And again, because we don't have anyone with forward instincts. A forward makes that run into the box, but we just don't have him. Tony's top 10 defenders. Adams, Cole, Van Dijk, Rio, Campbell, Neville, Vincent Company, Terry, Kyle Walker. Good shout. Andrew going with Stan. Is that Stamp or Vidic in that situation?
Vidic, Stamp. They're more worried.
It's about intelligent football. The situation's phasing in and out of the game. Yep. Looks like there's a sub coming on for Arsenal. Let's see what's going on here. I can hear the PA in the box. So Wanyeri and Calafiori coming off, and Martinelli and Lewis Skelly coming on in their places. That's a really good substitution. Wanyeri was just a non-factor in this game. I saw a lot coming from Timber, Declan Rice, Moreno, Odegaard, all had good games. And Wanyeri's just not even turned up. So here comes Gabriel Martinelli. Good to see you, mate. Who goes centre forward now? How does this change up?
I'd have Martinelli through the middle. No questions asked.
So Martinelli's probably going to go on the right, which is where Wanyeri was.
Skelly's got a bit of a temper, isn't he?
Yeah, I would say more of temperament. Oh, what another save from Raya. It was nearly 2-0 to United. This time Xerxes gets in. It's a bit of a muff. You know, it's nothing United did. Arsenal just scuffed the ball in. Came off, I think it came off Gabriel. No, it was a ricochet of Partey, which fell into the lap of Xerxes. He tries to backheel it, and then Raya makes the save. Oh, my God. It could be 3-0 United today. They could be 3-0 Man United.
We'll rue
what
them.
is going on?
Listen, we'll rue them chances. Watch.
I mean, as I said, it's a muffed ball coming in, a deflected pass off Thomas Partey, but it falls right into your lap. Oh, my word. What are we seeing here?
You're seeing a masterclass.
What are we seeing here? It's cheeky from Xerxes, but it could so easily. Here comes Arsenal. Gabriel Martinelli with the shot. Oh. And Martinelli just shouting and screaming at the Arsenal forwards to get involved. Martinelli just providing that little bit of bite and firepower that Arsenal have just been lacking in the game. Corner to Arsenal. Excellent substitutions by
Marino.
Arteta.
Be on the move there, Marino. The defender can't see you.
Yeah, but now you're going to be more susceptible to the counter attack now.
Corner coming in. Come on, shoot! Oh, here come Arsenal. Odegaard's got. It's a free kick. Oh. They're giving that a foul. How is that a foul on the goalie? Oh, okay. They're saying okay.
No, it's a foul from.
Yeah, they're saying it's Gabriel. Yeah.
I'm telling him, stay down, don't get up.
Yeah. Arsenal's problems with them low blocks. Vince is saying too often games on paper we should win regardless of injuries and we lose. I think the thing about the losing thing was we hadn't lost in 15 games, right? And then that game against West Ham. So, but losing today would be it would be a capitulation in the league because we've just come off a 0-0 result against Forest and a 1-0 loss against West Ham. So if we lose today, that would be 2 losses in the last 3 games. That would be a capitulation to me. And then you're only 3 points behind Nottingham Forest, in front of Nottingham Forest in second place. And that's when the struggle starts.
The thing is, though, Apollo, look, we played over an hour and Onana hasn't had 1 shot to save.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
Thank God.
That's going to change with Martinelli on the field.
Yeah, I wouldn't be so sure of that.
And Gary, you can see exactly what I was saying. The problem with Ethan Nwaneri is he was too isolated on that side. Didn't want to come in centrally. Look at where Martinelli is. Martinelli is inside of that box on the right-hand side, which is exactly where Nwaneri should have been. Therefore, becoming more of an attacking threat. And so that's exactly from orders from the manager. Maybe I should be managing Arsenal. So Arteta's got that one right, and it just gives Arsenal another option.
See, we're chasing balls down. We never used to do this.
Crossing from Arsenal, and there's you're talking about 6'2" Maguire against a 5'7" Trossard in that situation.
Yeah, it'd be in Harry's bloody pocket.
Yeah.
The thing is, Harry's not playing though, is he?
He's in the stands.
Yeah, so as I'm talking about the number 3, Maritzi, what as his name is.
Oh, Mazwari.
Mazwari, yeah.
Oh, do you know what? Obi's got to come on in here and score the second goal to prove a point.
The camera's on Arteta, and he is absolutely furious. He is absolutely furious. As I said to you guys, Arteta's record against Man United, 10 games, 7 wins, 2 losses and a draw. So he's got a 70% win ratio against Man United. And quite frankly, an hour has gone. You're 1-0 down. But the question is what are you doing on goal? That's the question.
But what's the win percentage overall? Not just the last 10 games. What is it like the whole of it?
Well, he's played United 10 times as a manager.
Yeah, but what about you just going back while Arteta's here?
Yes, correct. Yeah. So the last 5 years since he's been in charge, in 10 games, he's won 7 of them.
Yeah, no, but you can't keep winning against us, can you?
Of course.
Well, you're talking like you should be doing that every time you play us. But you know from the last time we played you in the FA Cup.
Is that corner? That's corner to Arsenal. Yeah, and that was among one of our worst games of the season.
Or have we still got that aura over you when you come to Old Trafford?
I definitely don't think it's that.
Gary,
yeah,
no.
Definitely not that one.
Here comes corner to Arsenal. They take it short again. Odegaard gets the ball. He gives it to Trossard. No, that's useless.
Five minutes until Obi time.
So Arsenal, guys, 9 shots and 3 on target.
I think we've only had 2 on target, haven't we?
You've had 3. So you've had 5 shots, 2 on target.
Trossard dragged it drastically wide.
I'm treating the wife to a takeaway tonight if we win.
Push the boat right out. Relegation stage.
Well, I'm bloody paid for a ticket to go to the United game on Thursday.
I think this is one of them days where we could play for another 3 days and not even get shot.
You said that last time. You said that last time we played, and I was in the.
Because it's just like watching the same thing, Garfield. Do you know what I mean? There's no variation. It's you're playing against low block, and it's just watching the same thing over and over again. Do you know what happened when PSV tried to play against us? They got battered.
Do you think if you would have got a striker in January, that would have made a big difference to your title challenge? I don't think.
I'm not too sure, mate, to be honest. How big is Mrs. Saka, to be honest? In games like this, Saka's worth his weight in gold,
Oh, yeah. Well, every game he scores or he's got assists, doesn't he?
He can be doing nothing for 90 minutes and then he'll put in a cross and someone will get on the end of it. But, I mean, look, United are so defensive, but everything's in front of them, And it's easy to defend against. You just shuffle left, shuffle right, everything's easy.
Yeah, but we have to be defensive because we ain't got no attack.
Yeah, no. Listen, you play to your strengths, and at the moment you play defensive, you play on the counter attack. But what I'm saying is, it's been a nothing game really, because both sides have really cancelled each other out, apart from one moment of brilliance from Bruno Fernandes. But I'd rather see Arsenal die with their boots on rather than just going out with a whimper. That's what gets me most of it, more than anything.
Yep. Andrew says, Apollo, how many times have Arsenal won at Old Trafford and Anfield? Oh, not a lot. But then that goes the other way for them as well. They don't have great records at our ground. Here comes Lewis Skelly. That's a free kick to Arsenal in the same place that Bruno Fernandes.
You know what? The fair play to the ref is let it flow, man.
Yeah. And it's Lewis Skelly as well getting in there on the run.
Has there been any yellow cards yet?
No.
There's not, has there?
Oh yeah, one.
Is there? Oh, you're going to score.
One yellow card to Arsenal.
When was the last time we scored from a free kick, Apollo? Directly from a free kick?
Ages ago, mate.
I can't remember one. Who? That was last year.
I remember the Odegaard free kick against Burnley.
That's what my mate's son just did. My son's mate just said.
Yeah, we don't. I mean, Raheem can take them really well, but I don't believe that there's anybody who's a real banger on there that can take free kicks really well.
I'm just told Saka versus PSG.
Yeah, not in the Premier League though. But yeah, I hear you. 18 says low block is what we don't have the forward line to deal with. Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Against the low block, you have to play fast. The passing has to be crisp and sharp, and you have to play at a pace. Anything when it's so slow, it's just so easy for them to defend against.
But the changes have been noticeable, Gary. He's got more support from the midfield into the box. We saw that evidently in the first half. So this isn't the Forest West Ham game we're watching. We are watching a game where we seem to be more progressive and have more options in the box. But the final third quality is just not there. And we have a free kick here where we saw Bruno Fernandes.
What's he moaning about?
They're moaning about the United wall is not as moved forward a bit.
Yeah,
the ball's going to end up in the wall, really, because
the ball's going to end up in Rosetta or in the wall.
Yeah, it's look exactly what happened. What I just said. The ball's hit the wall.
Rice has got a good kick on him, man. I think.
For the love of God, just get something on target.
Yeah, it's 20 minutes to go now. It's gonna get desperate.
In the wall, like I said.
Yeah. See, United player gets ahead to that, but with the Bruno Fernandes one, the ball was over 11 yards. So he had the time to get the ball up and over. Done a great job with it too.
See, a lot of players duck out the way, don't they? And the ball goes through.
Yeah. But the problem here is you don't score against West Ham, you don't score against Forest, and you haven't scored here. That's the problem.
Yeah, striker problem.
Yeah, and that's and a lot of people might moan and complain about it, but I'm saying that is Arteta's kept this thing alive with the face of the injuries for so long that it was just a matter of time before this thing really started to hit us in the head. And I wouldn't have been surprised if we were playing like this beforehand. It surprised me that we were hanging on for so long, because we just don't have any spark up front. There's just nothing there. He's bringing on Kieran Tierney now. Kieran Tierney is coming on.
Oh my God, bloody.
Raheem just sitting on the bench.
He looks
Yeah.
vexed, doesn't he, man? He looks angry, man.
Declan Rice with the free kick. Here we go. Free kick. Is that not a penalty? Is that not a penalty, referee?
Calm down, man. Of course it's not.
Is that not a penalty?
I ain't seen it. I'm about to see it
What's
now.
happening here? No, handball. It looked like handball.
No, he looked to see where the ball had gone, realised it was going to go out, and then put his hands up saying penalty.
Yeah, it's VAR checked it. It's not. It's not handball.
Nah.
Tony says, "Where in the UK is Garfield
Oh,
from?"
it's 1-1. 1-1. Arsenal have nicked an equaliser.
Yeah, it's Declan Rice.
And it's Declan
Told you.
Rice.
I told you you'd score. Now we'll fold.
It's Declan Rice.
I'm from Leicester, by the way.
Yeah, Tony, did you hear him say that he also likes to watch Leicester play as well? Because
No, I don't. I do not.
oh, I thought you said you watched them as well.
No, I said I'm not desperate. I'm going to start watching them. But they're worse. But to be fair, I was expecting to lose this. God, I'm way behind. Still not scored.
Yeah, Declan's put his boot right behind that. Declan's put his boot right behind it.
He should have took the free
It's
kick
a
as well.
great goal. It's a great goal. He's put his boot right behind that. Evident of the style of football that he plays as well.
Finish.
Yeah,
Excellent
it's a great finish by Declan.
Why is he
puts
going
his
to
boot
celebrate
right
in
behind
front
it.
of the Man U fans and not his own Arsenal fans? Huh?
Because he couldn't be
Brilliant
bothered to run
finish
back
by
down the
Declan.
other end, Garfield. That's what it was. Saving energy.
Yeah,
For the big finale.
it's
Obi's
a brilliant strike.
Obi's coming on now. Watch.
Look at that. That's a fantastic finish.
But
from
that is
Declan
our
Rice.
first shot on target, Apollo, after 74 minutes.
No, they've had 3 shots on target before that.
Well, I didn't see
According
no
to
shots on
BBC.
target. I must have been watching a different game.
Yeah,
Onana
that was their 4th shot.
See the curl on that. See the ball spinning.
Gary, remember I told you one of them was a party shot that was deflected. It was the Odegaard shot that was going in, and it was deflected and went straight into the path of Onana.
So
That's
remember,
one of
I said, did I say 2-1?
Yeah, you did. Yeah. So, guys, Arsenal, all the pressure that they were piling on has paid off with a superb finish from Declan Rice to the right-hand side of Onana on Timbers. Was that a handball? Okay. Oh, I would have given a penalty there.
Yeah, but you're biased.
They're just, come on. How is that not given a penalty? Hey, listen, if that was, Gary, if that was on Arsenal, that would have been given a penalty
Listen,
to
he
Man
come
United.
up his head and down onto his arm. His arm didn't go
He
up
held
to
the
it.
ball in his arms, literally.
No, man.
He almost caught it. He almost caught it.
Listen, it's Old Trafford. It's the ghost of Bobby Charlton. We get it. But if that was at the other end with Arsenal, it would be a Man United penalty.
Listen, I'm not even rising to your bait, man.
I was hoping you would. Listen,
So United have brought on Toby Collier and Rasmus Højlund.
Hey, listen, Garfield, you've known me for a while, mate. Actually, you've known me for a year now.
I know.
Oh my God,
Over
it's been
here.
a year.
Ever since that toilet encountering.
And listen, I'm a balanced guy, and I told you United should be 3-0 up in this game, mate. I'm not going to make any bones about that.
So Tierney for Thomas Partey.
That one was...
Yeah, Kieran Tierney for Thomas Partey. Rice reverts to the 6.
Yeah. No, it was for... Yes, that's right, yes.
Come on, Martin. What a stupidest foul ever.
And Ericsson is off for Collier. Xerxes is off for Højlund. Højlund is trouble, man. Højlund is trouble.
Obi will probably get just 5 minutes or something ridiculous.
Yeah. Tony, thank you, bro. Thank you, Tony. Yeah, listen. It hits the head and comes down on the arm. Nothing you can do about that. But he gets the other arm in it and it touches that, so that's 2 arms. That's a penalty all day long for me, man.
You should have got two
said
penalties,
the same thing. He was almost holding the ball like this. How did VAR not give that? It goes to Bobby Charlton,
bad
mate.
throw, David Raya. What are you doing?
Reyes called into action again, guys, but it's straightforward. Fernando's shot.
That was weak, man.
So United feel that they can win this.
Odds.
But it's good. We want United to come out of odds. Don't get into a low block. We want United to be
but you ain't got no one that can break with speed.
Cool, we haven't got Martinelli on the pitch. What are you talking about?
Yeah, one person. But no, who's going to support
One person's all you need, no?
No, but what if he's doing a 1-2? Who's going to keep up with him?
And it's another shot saved.
Was that run by Martinelli? Why didn't they give him the ball? He's made the run. This is what we don't have on the front line. We don't have a guy making runs like that. So Martinelli looks like he's playing centre forward now. Tony says Declan to 6, Tierney to left wing, Sterling is done. Come on, Arsenal. Still 12 minutes for you to win this game. The ball comes into Martinelli. He gets a cross in. Finish. Oh! United did well there to clear that one. I thought that was going to be 2-1 United back. I thought that was going to be Moreno.
Look at that. Zero defeats after 388 games. When we're winning, we shouldn't lose. But
so Vincey is sorry, I missed it. So Skelly's playing in Partey's position, isn't he?
No,
Skelly looks like he's moved up to a 6. Is that right, Gary? Am I missing something there?
No, I don't think so. I think he's in the inverted left back.
Okay.
Rice has gone to 6. Lovely switch from Declan Rice there.
So you are blending out the unit. So you're doing to us what we did to you in the first half.
We just want United to come out a little bit. We want them to push out more so we can find more space at the back.
They're not going to come out nothing.
Half-court press, man.
We need them to, man. It's 80 minutes gone now, guys. 80 minutes gone. We want United to think that they've got 10 minutes to win the game. So we want United to come out and try and win it. So it opens up space for us at the back. Here comes Arsenal again on the right-hand side. It's Odegaard and Timber. Trying to find space. Got 10 minutes to win this game. Oh, no, that's not going to work. Okay. So where it is on the table now, guys, we are 15 points behind Liverpool with a game in hand. But for me, it's more about how far we are ahead of Nottingham Forest.
Yeah,
we're 4 points ahead of Forest.
Yeah, no, but you're going to finish in the top 4 regardless.
Oh, come on, Declan Rice. Marino, make a run, man.
Here we go. Cross. Oh, what a save by Onana. That's a great strike by Martinelli. I thought that was 2-1. Martinelli gets the ball in play. He goes high and right. And Onana makes an incredible save. You can see here, Moreno's the one. He's onside. He's onside. Heaps of space there for Martinelli. Shoots on sight, and that's a good save there by Onana.
I think he's got to go across the keeper there.
Corner that was. What a
I think
save.
he has to go across the keeper there.
He has to save that. There's no way he couldn't have saved that.
Corner to Arsenal. Everything changes with Martinelli on the pitch. You've actually got a forward who knows what he's doing. It's a short corner again from Arsenal. What's going on in the box? They're going to have to retake it. Lewis Skelly's on the floor. What happened there? Someone's pushed him down. It's Hoyler. Yeah, Hoyland's just pushed them down. Vincey said he couldn't pass the Trossard. He was offside.
When that penalty,
On Arsenal,
pushed him down.
He's on the floor again. Gabriel's on the floor, referee. Why is Gabriel on the floor? Come on, VAR. Let's have a look at that. Why would Gabriel be on the floor? He would only be on there if he's thrown down.
No.
Come on, referee. Do your job.
Or if he's cheating.
Come on. Let's have a look and see what happened because we don't have the benefit. Right, here it is. Zola's got his arms around him and he goes down to the floor. Come on, VAR, do your job.
Next, you'll be saying he had his arm around him trying to catch the ball.
Yeah, do your job, VAR.
It looked like he was tripped and he had that Dallo climbing all over his back.
But Dallo's got two arms around his waist.
Two arms around his waist. What the hell, man?
And then he goes down to the ground. So how is that not a penalty in my books? It's unfortunate, Gary, because you know what would happen if the shoe was on the other foot, right?
Well, look at the top penalty that PSV got the other day.
Yeah.
Come on, move on.
Yeah. If that's a penalty to Arsenal, then I wouldn't even argue with that.
Hey, Apollo, off topic. The house where we're going to, got 10 grape trees and 20 kiwi fruit trees.
What?
Yeah, man.
Hey, you're going to be living off the land, bro.
Oh, exactly. Off grid and on the land.
Here it is. Oh, I thought it was United 2-1. What the hell happened there? What is going on? What is going on? What a tackle, Declan Rice. I think Declan Rice is going to win man of the match here. And the ball comes in. What? Oh, my God. Arsenal nearly win it with Trossard. Oh, my God. It's end-to-end stuff here.
I've only just seen the Man U chance.
Well, the ball comes into the other side here, and Arsenal square it through the middle. Trossard gets his... That's a great tackle from Declan Rice.
Oh,
that is a game-saving tackle there from Declan Rice. That is world-class. That is world class. Yeah, Tony, VAR is useless. Tony, they've got the penalty on the pull down and the handball penalty, which they don't even give us. So VAR, don't depend on them. United go down there, look like they're going to make it 2-1 and leave with 3 points. And Declan Rice comes out of nowhere with a sensational tackle on Højlund. He was just about to pull the trigger and shoot. Oh, my word. And then it goes down the other end. The Trossard, it's squared, the ball squared to Trossard in the middle. He hits it first time, and it just goes wide of the right post. What is going on here in this game? It's anybody's. Who wants the 3 points? The problem with Højlund there is he just doesn't know what's around him. He's got no awareness of what's around him, and he just takes his time there. If he realizes Declan Rice is there, then he just pulls the trigger.
Garnacho,
first time.
Garnacho, 20 games, no goals. And I think Højlund's around the same as well.
I think he was 15 or 16, isn't it, not Garfield?
He's getting close to 20, I know that.
I like Garnacho.
He is, he makes stuff happen.
Well,
he's an all-round player, but we need a striker.
What are we doing? We don't know what we're doing at the moment. We're really disorganized in the midfield. Oh, God, Højbjerg nearly scored again.
Just get the ball forward, cause them problems.
But we're giving the ball away. We don't know what we're doing in the midfield there, Gary. We're all over the place.
Yeah, we're causing our own problems.
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
It's a good tackle by Gabriel there. Yeah.
If Højlund had better movement there, he would have been in.
Yeah.
Well, he just needs to do little flicks and little tricks, man. That's all he's got to do. Like, do dummies and stuff. He's just too straightforward, man.
You know why Trossard gets 90 minutes cranky? Because he doesn't trust Raheem. Højlund actually got to the ball first. It wasn't a tackle from Gabriel. That's not a corner. It was actually Højlund that got to the ball first.
Oh.
Yeah.
Great claim, David Raya.
I don't know how they didn't give a penalty for that handball. I don't know
Oh,
what's going on.
Trossard, what are you doing with your life?
Apollo, that was about 2 hours ago.
Yeah, I know, but it's the end of the game now, and so you start to think about what's been missed.
No.
Cranky shout out to you, says how Trossard gets 90 minutes is beyond me. He gets 90 minutes because we've got no bench, mate. We've got no bench. And Tony, you agree with Cranky that I don't even understand that. You got no bench. So how are you not going to give 90 minutes to players who, quite frankly, are the only choices that you've got? Let's be fair. And what's your option? Put Sterling on. Exactly. That's your option. That's why the guy's getting 90 minutes. Arteta is so frustrated. He is absolutely seeing red at the moment. He's absolutely seeing red.
Tony saying play Sterling.
Oh, play Sterling. Well,
No, if you bring Sterling on now, he's going to play rubbish just to make a point.
I don't think the manager's going to do that.
I know. But if they can't bring Obi on with 2 minutes to go.
Here come Arsenal again. It's Martinelli. Martinelli's really provided some energy in this game. It's amazing what happens. Even half a striker is better than nothing, I guess.
Tell you what, Garnacho is like a little terrier, isn't he, today?
The trouble with Garnacho is he thinks he's better than what he is.
I think because he had Ronaldo as his dad. Because remember, when he first started and Ronaldo was there, he even was asking Ronaldo, can I do your celebration? You know what I mean? I think he just thinks he is. He's got Ronaldo posters up on his wall.
So we got 1 minute left in the game, guys, of normal time. Oh, man. What a game. What a game it's
Bruno
been.
Fernandes is down injured.
Yeah, but we're rubbish with him. We're rubbish without him. So,
Well, if it wasn't for him, where would you be? He scores most of your goals lately.
but what I mean, like, if you can't drop him when he's having his tantrums because we ain't got no one to replace him. We'd still be rubbish.
On.
But I think a draw is about right. To be fair,
I probably agree with you because I don't think we've done enough to win it. But I certainly don't think that we should lose a game like this.
Apart from your handball,
I don't think Arsenal have done enough to win the game.
Oh, Garnacho over the bar. Raya had it covered anyway.
Do you know what? It has been a good game, man. It's been end to end. Oh, Garnacho, man. Going for the Hollywood ball. If he would have passed that to the left, man, would have been a goal.
Yep. Cam says, Garfield, looking forward to next season when we will have Højbjerg without Acne up front with Sesko. What? We ain't buying Højbjerg. Yeah, we ain't buying him, mate. Would you take? I've already spoke to you about this, Apollo, but Gary, would you take Osimhen?
Yes.
Apollo wouldn't. You know what? If I've got a choice between Gyökeres and Sesko,
if there's a choice between
Gyökeres, I'm not taking Osimhen.
But I think you have to go for Gyökeres in January because I think United will snap him up.
You know why I wouldn't take him?
I think he's a bit of a drama queen.
Because he's got a Aubameyang all over him and that kind of personality. Here we go. Come on. Let's go. Oh, he's saved. Oh, he's missed the rebound. Oh, my God. Oh, my word. Oh, that was it. That was your chance to win it.
It's coming up
now.
The
ball comes in from the left. It's Lewis Skelly. He goes into the middle with Trossard. Trossard feeds it to Odegaard. He shoots. Onana makes a save.
Double save.
Martinelli misses the rebound.
That was a double save, wasn't it?
Martinelli misses the rebound.
What was you saying, Apollo, about Martinelli brightens up our attack? What was you saying?
Yeah, but
Martinelli misses the rebound.
Shocking miss.
No, he would have been offside.
He was offside anyway, thank God.
But at least he's getting in the right places to get them shots.
It's end-to-end.
You guys must be behind.
Wow.
You got to just see the secrets of play a while ago.
It's one minute it's United's chance, next minute it's Arsenal's chance. It's back to back.
Marino, what are you doing, Marino?
Everyone's got a chance to win.
Why is Marino still on the field?
No idea, mate.
Why is he still on the field?
No.
He's centre forward. He hasn't done a damn thing all day. Why is he on the field?
What is it with you and Tony talking about why is this person playing 90 minutes? Why not? Because there's no one else.
He brought on Tierney. He brought on Tierney, didn't he? When Tierney's on the bench, you guys said the same thing. When Tierney's on the bench, you said the same thing, right? We have nobody on the field.
United cross comes in. It's going to be a United winner. What a save from Raya. What an unbelievable save from Raya. Oh, my word.
I told you you're going to see the sequence.
That was the save of the game.
Raya's man of the match. Raya's man of the match.
Incredible. Oh, my word. I can't even recover from
United should have won. United should have won this game, actually. They've gotten clear-cut chances after clear-cut chances.
I agree. That's why I said to Garfield, we didn't deserve to win this, but we...
No, I think draw.
Oh, my word. What a save by David Raya. What was I looking at?
To be fair,
how does he keep that ball out?
A win for you is not going to change your season, and a win for us ain't going to change our season.
Yep.
So,
yeah, it's drawn 1-1.
Yeah.
That's the final whistle, guys.
Oh, God.
One draw.
Right. Boys,
to be honest, I think we've got away with one now.
So reality check.
Garfield, thank you for joining me on the stream. I appreciate it, man.
Garfield, Garfield, you take that tracksuit top off now, mate.
Yeah.
Look at what was David Reyes on the day. Do you know, Cranky, guys, do you know he's done that 2 or 3 times already this season?
Yeah, but if we're here celebrating David Raya against Man U, that's not a good look. That's not a good look.
That's the only look we got, bro. That's the only look we got.
We're defending for our lives against Man U. Damn.
Oh, wow.
Don't let the
Tony,
PSV game fool you.
I appreciate that, Tony. Take care, bro.
So I came in just to say, I hope we make top 4. The way this offense is, I hope we make top 4. We ain't scoring no goals in the Premier League.
Yeah.
Okay. We got 2 lucky goals against Leicester. Yeah.
Yeah, not against a
low block against us, you're gonna get chances. And Martin Odegaard, who you guys praise 24/7. What, we're a gig or something? We keep spinning around like a goddamn gig all game. He had a ball in the second half to give to Lewis Kelly, and he's spinning, turning. Let the damn ball go. Let the ball do the work. You ain't got to dance on the ball like you're a ballerina.
Odegaard's been poor this season. The injury has obviously affected him. He's had an off season. And let's be fair, and I'm going to be very fair, to talk about the levels that Odegaard has set for himself when he matched the 15-goal record of Lampard and Fabregas. Those standards are incredibly high. So, but that's what we expect from him, and he's failed to live up to that this season. They are incredibly high standards, and all I could say is that I wish he gets back to that next season because he's been off the ball, and I think the injuries had a big thing to play.
He dominates the ball. He dominates the ball, and it doesn't get moved as it should. In this game, he came back in the defense to get the ball so many times instead of moving and creating more space, and he's on the ball dancing like he's a ballerina. Waste of goddamn time. Anyway, I'm gonna leave. I'm getting annoyed watching this bullshit.
I appreciate your time, bro. You enjoy your weekend, man.
All right, take care. Hey, Gary, I'm just annoyed, man. You know, I don't like losing. And this is a loss, okay? This is not a draw. This is a loss. All right. Enjoy, Apollo. Thanks for having me. Hey, Gary, bless up.
No problem.
No, see that, Greggy.
So it finishes 1-1, guys. Gary, what's your thoughts overall? I'm just going to do the player ratings and then see where we are.
Yeah, so overall, I don't think we've done enough to win the game. And at the end of the day, Raya keeps us in the game with 3 or 4 really brilliant, really good saves. Again, for me, it's just disappointing against the low block. You know, we just don't have no idea how to get past it. And we're playing so slow and we're not passing when we should. We're not moving the ball quick enough when we do. It's just really disappointing. And lucky enough, Declan Rice comes up with a goal to save what would have been a certain defeat. Because although they're saying there was 4 shots on target, I mean, Onana's had to make not really anything other than comfortable saves from shots that have been blocked. So I think we're lucky to come out with a draw, to be honest. You know, the injuries have decimated our squad. That's fair enough.
Yeah.
But ultimately, the squad was left painfully short from the start of the season. You know, we let 5 go and replaced them with 1. So very disappointed. But listen, as long as we end up staying second with all the injuries, hopefully we get Saka back in the next week or 2. And hopefully he can inject a bit of life into this attack. And for us, it's all about the Champions League now.
And what's your thoughts about the appointment of the new director of football?
Yeah, so we've got Andrea Berti from Atletico.
Atletico.
So obviously he's signed some players since he's been there. So hopefully, you know, if we can get some of these young talents from Portugal or, you know, wherever they're from, sign some good players and just we've really got to bolster the squad. It's a very important summer coming up for us because, like you alluded to at the start, you know, out of our bench there could be 5 or 6 leaving. You know, so that means you've got to replace. Right, if you're calling up kids from the academy, but who's the kids from the academy? The academy kids can't get a game now. You know, so you've already got Lewis Skelly and Wanyeri in the first team, but there's nothing coming from the academy to replace the guys on the bench. So again, if you're losing 5 or 6, and we don't know what's happening with Thomas Partey, that could be 7. You know, so you've got to bring in 6 or 7 to replace them players. So it's a very important summer. We've got to get it right. We've got to get a striker in if that looks like it's going to be Sesko. Hopefully we can get Zubamendi in if he's going to replace Thomas Partey. And then it's just a question of who else we're bringing in. Are they going to be Premier League ready? So big, important summer ahead.
Okay, Gary, let's get on with the player ratings now. Shout out to all of you guys out there who were supporting the channel. I do want to say, guys, and I've said this for a couple of weeks now, I appreciate the support you guys are giving to the channel, and I appreciate the patience that you guys have got with my health. And I will promise you things will get better on 101. There's quite a lot of things that I'm looking into, but as most of you are actually subscribed to my TV and movies reviews, and I haven't done a review on that channel for over a year now, such as the problems that I'm having. But I am looking into retiring early from work. That may not happen for another year or so. But when I'm going to be working my way up to definitely more content. And that means that, you know, whether it's daily content for you guys, whether it's 15, 20-minute daily shows where I just touch base with you guys on daily news and updates, little things like that. That is what I'm going to be definitely looking at doing in the long run. But for now, obviously, this is where we are. So let's just try to make the best of it that we can and work together to try and do what we can to keep the community as a tight fit and grow it from within. The credit to the forum. The forum's now over nearly 7,500 people. So that's continually growing the way we want it to grow. So I appreciate all your efforts with that. And so let's keep that going 24/7 and then try to enjoy that while we can. So player ratings, guys. I'm going to give Raya a 9. He gets my my man of the match. And where do I even start? Couldn't do nothing on the free kick. Nobody's saving that. But I did say it was measured from Sky. The free kick was actually, the ball was moved back to 11.2 yards. So anybody wondering how you get that pace over the ball the way that he did, you know, Thierry Henry used to do this back in the day when he used to say to the ref, can I take it? Can I take it? And then he used to do these little cheeky things like move the ball back. But since they introduced spraying the foam, which quite frankly, not a lot of referees even do these days, you can still get away with it. The whole purpose of marking the ball with foam is so that they don't move it back. And so because they're not using the foam anymore, players are allowed to go and put the ball wherever they want as soon as the referee turns his back and does them 10 steps. So the ball's on the ground, referee steps on the ball and then walks 10 yards. But by that time, the guy's already picked up the ball, moved it back an extra yard, and no one's seeing that. Referee, that is unpoliced. And so I'm not complaining about it. Look, I thought it was a great free kick, but you can't lie about what Sky said, and that is it was way more than 10 yards. And so that gives him the opportunity to be able to get the ball over and under with the sheer pace that he did. That being said, the great save that they made from Holberg, the side leg flick from Xerxes, which was brilliant because he was outstretched with the right leg, then puts it just past the post. And then the remarkable quick reflex on the double save. Just a sublime performance. This was David Raya at his best. Hold on. This was David Raya at his best. Otherwise, we're looking at 3-1 to United today. Urian Timber, he gets a 7. Terrific work from him down that side. It's a shame that when Yuri didn't utilize his positioning and play, because Timber was on it today, and the terrific setup for Declan Rice's goal, that was all him. So great. You know what? I should give him a 7.5, but because we didn't win, I'm going to leave it at 7. William Saliba and Gabriel, I'm both going to give them a 7. Saliba probably gets a little bit of a nudge. He didn't put a foot wrong, racking up 100 touches today as well. If Tony's out there looking at the numbers and the statistics. But the same goes with Gabriel as well. I thought he should have got a penalty. The lot was 2 hands around his waist, drags him to the ground. Referee and VAR does nothing. As well as the other guy that was bobbling the ball up with 2 hands. Referee gives nothing for VAR on that one. So it is what it is, guys. It's Old Trafford. We probably didn't even deserve to win this game on today's performance anyway. So I'm going to let those things slide. Calafiori didn't offer as much as I thought he would going forward. And so he was in relief of Mars Lewis Skelly today. And normally how we've used him is coming on late, helping the forward line. But today he started as the left back. I'm going to give him a 6 today. He had an okay game, but didn't really offer the influence I thought he would. And then he was replaced. Thomas Partey, I thought he had a good first half, and I thought he faded fast and he was taken off. I don't know whether that was for the Champions League game. It probably was. In a nothing game like this where we don't even look like we're going to win it, take him off and then get him ready for PSV. And even against PSV, do you really want him playing? That's probably a game I'd start Jorginho. I wouldn't even play him against PSV. So for me, Partey would be on a long rest, in my opinion. Declan Rice, he gets an 8. What a game from the beginning of the first whistle. He was just incredible. Marked out Højlund out of the game, the last-ditch tackle, and then the quality of the goal and the finish. But that doesn't even tell you about his complete game. He was everywhere today. Just absolutely probably deserves a 9 for his performance. Actually, you know what? Why not give him a 9, Gary? Because you couldn't play any better than he did today, Gary. He was absolutely brilliant for the whole day. And there's no way that deserves an 8. There's no way that deserves an 8. Yes, it's the same score as Raya, but I think Raya actually saved us today rather than Declan Rice. But Declan gave you the complete total performance today. What a game from him. And Odegaard, I thought Odegaard, I've given him a 7, probably deserves a 7.5. It was largely influential in everything that we did. If you looked in the first half, all them chances came from him dinking the ball over. He had about 2 or 3 dinks where Moreno couldn't get on the end of it. Trossard again chose the wrong leg. This happened against, was it West Ham or Forest, Gary?
It's happened about 4 or 5 times this season.
Yeah, and he's got no right leg to actually do anything with. And it's just so infuriating because it's just not in his favourite leg. And you just think, look, I know that's not your right foot, but just hit the damn thing. You're 6 yards in front of goal. Just blast the damn thing.
Don't forget, Pono, that Trossard plays with both feet. Yeah. So he can actually use both feet, but he just chooses the wrong foot to use at the wrong time.
Yeah, it's so poor. Yeah, it's just so poor. And just not a good overall performance from him. And then he had some poor giveaways as well. He gave away the foul that resulted in Bruno's goal. And just had like 4 or 5 times in the midfield where he just lost possession. And so he gets a 5. He gets a 5. Wanyeri, I should have gone to Wanyeri first. Wanyeri gets a 4 today. I just didn't think, look, sometimes 17-year-olds just look like 17-year-olds. He lost a lot of his duels today. He was going into one-on-one tackles, didn't win any of them. He was out on an island and didn't use his intelligence to get into the box and to open positions. That's what frustrates me when I see younger players. And that's the reason why as soon as Martinelli got on the field, Gary, what did Martinelli do? You didn't see him on an island near the touchline on the right. You saw him in the box. You saw him in the box. And that's just a coaching thing. That's, this is nothing against Wanyeri. This is just inexperience. And sometimes it shows, sometimes it doesn't. And he was completely off it today. If you told me that Sterling was performing like that, I wouldn't be surprised. But to see Wanyeri perform like that, it was definitely an off day for him. And then Moreno. Okay, guys, look, he's still not a forward, but in the first half, I thought he was hugely improved. He gets a 6. But sometimes he still doesn't have any idea where a centre forward is. And there's not, how can we blame him, guys? This guy is the first time he's been doing this in his career. So we can't be bashing him over the head with a hammer because he's not doing what he's supposed to be. They are working on these things in the training ground. And you can see by the first half, which was clearly evident of him being able to lay the ball off and be in good positions, had a shot that went wide as well. And so all those different things, they do mean something. And then Arteta, I'm going to give Arteta a 6. Not much more he can do. How angry was he on the sideline today, Gary? He looked like he was going to go and slap one of his players on the back of the head, man, because of the frustration of watching today's game. And the worst thing about it is, remember when Bowen scored at the Emirates Stadium to beat Arsenal 1-0? On the video that I did, guys, what was the main thing I was saying on that video? Where the hell were the centre-backs? So I'm looking today at a couple of chances United had, and they had players on the penalty spot with nobody around them. And it's just like, what is happening there? There's a little bit of a disorganization there at the back that we need to sort out as well. It's just all over the place. It's a coach's nightmare when you review film of games like today. But it is what it is. Gary, you got the conch.
All right, so David Raya, he takes my man of the match. I'm going to give him a 9. I still think he's slightly at fault. Not at fault, that's the wrong word. I still think he was slightly a bit too far across his goal for the free kick. The free kick doesn't go inside the post. It's savable if the keeper's in the right position.
Oh, Gary, hold on. There's Declan Rice. Hold on.
Just not enough. Yeah, I think so. I think in the first half, some beautiful bits of play, just didn't have that clinical cutting edge. And then second half, we've done things that we've not done all season. It was very naive in the last 10 minutes and could have easily have handed the game to Man United. Because,
Yep.
They've got that individual quality and threat. And like I said, we've done things that we haven't done all season. And it was
That's what I said, Gary.
But look, to get back in the game, to score, and to keep pushing. We had another chance with Martin at the end. It was a real end-to-end game, and it's probably a fair point in the end.
So first half, for kind of 2/3 of the pitch, completely dominant. Where was that cutting edge? Is it explained by the absence of Martinelli for kind of most of the game? Saka, Havertz, Jesus?
Well, look, I think we scored 7 midweek, and that wasn't any luck. PSV had not lost at home for 2.5 years, and we was full throttle. And today, we tried with the same intention, same threat. But Man United, credit to them, they sat in a low block and defended well. And sometimes it takes, a full 90 minutes to break down that low block. And, we only managed to get one. We did have a couple of other half chances, but it just wasn't enough creativity today to get us over the line. So, like I said, I think in the end, that's probably a fair point because there wasn't much in the game.
Yeah. Your view on the United goal? A little bit of chat in our studio about the gap from the ball to the wall.
Yeah, I didn't.
That's what I talked to you about, Gary.
It felt like a couple of us jumped and some of us didn't. I've actually not seen it back. It felt like the ball flew over us quite a low height. So probably from the Wolves' perspective, could have done a lot better. I've not seen it back yet, so I'm going to look.
No sense for you that you felt quite far back, and it gave Bruno the room to get it.
Anthony said that it did feel far back because even on our free kick, when Martin took it, they felt far back as well. It seemed more far back than usual, but Anthony's the referee. He makes that decision, and like I said, I've not seen it back yet, so I can't comment.
No, fair enough. Well, look, we've seen you in recent weeks actually getting into the box a lot, producing a lot of threat. Talk us through your goal. It's a lovely strike.
Yeah, I was happy. I think that me and the man
looked happy actually.
Yeah, I think it's a bit of banter, football banter between me and the fans. But look, it's an area that I want to keep, getting in more recent weeks. I've been making more runs. I've had way more energy about making them off-ball runs, and the ball's been dropping.
They've given the player of the game to Declan Rice.
And, to get the goal today was a real nice feeling.
He's got man of the match.
Keep adding goals and,
For
I don't know how
them.
that
number 8 forward to
And I gave him a 9 as well, didn't I, Gary? Yes, I actually gave him a tie with Raya, so yeah, I could see it.
The thing is, Raya makes saves that stop us from losing the game.
I agree. That's why I edged him with Raya. Look at that last-ditch tackle on Højbjerg. All right, I'll shut this down, Gary, and let you carry on from there. Yeah, go on.
Right, so
but he's honest, though, isn't he? He raises the same points that me and you talking about, so he ain't even hiding from it, Gary.
that's it. That's what you want to see, though.
Yeah.
Right, so David Raya, give him a 9 and my man of the match, because ultimately he stopped us from losing that game 3 or 4-1 with 3 or 4 absolutely fantastic saves. As far as the free kick's concerned, I still believe he showed too much of that side of the goal, and being that he's not the tallest of goalkeepers, you're never going to have that reach to get across to save the ball if it goes where it went. So, and if you watch Alisson in the Liverpool game, there's a free kick in a similar place, and he lines up his ball and he just goes in the middle of the goal because he knows that in that middle of the goal, he can go either way, full stretch, and cover where the ball may go. So, but apart from that, can't knock David Raya. I say he kept us in the game and earned us the draw. Timber, I thought Timber had an okay game. We didn't really see him getting forward much. When he did, it was kind of like he got forward, but then there was no penetrating runs, which we've become used to seeing from him. So, but he was solid defensively. A 7 is a fair score for him. Saliba, I thought, had a really good game. He was strong against Zertsky. Didn't really give him nothing. Won these duels in the air. Solid performance. 7. Gabriel, I thought he should have had a penalty. I thought he's definitely bear hugged around the waist, gets brought down. We've seen him given, but obviously against Arsenal, they kind of don't get given. So, but nevertheless, it was a good performance from him. I'm going to give him a 7 as well. Calafiore, again, he was quite muted in attack. I only remember him making, I think, one run into the box where the ball could have gone to him, but I think it went out wide to Trossard. So disappointing for him. And he was hooked at half time. So 6 fair result. Thomas Partey, I don't really think he done a lot wrong. He was just sort of like an average. We were rubbish as soon as number 5 went off. We always looked miles better under Arteta when we've had 2 proper midfielders on the pitch.
Well,
Yeah,
what are we
you
going to
could
do
be
when
right
he
there,
leaves?
Cam.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think Partey done much wrong. I think it was just a run-of-the-mill game, really, but where you don't really do nothing special. So 6 is a fair result for him. Declan Rice takes his goal really well. It was a full action performance, up, down. The tackle on Højlund was sensational, probably stopped a certain goal. Yeah, great performance from Declan Rice. I can give him a 9. If it wasn't for Raya, he would get man of the match. Odegaard, he looked bright in the first half, doing these little flicks and stuff like that. But sometimes you just need a little bit more. You need that. I don't know if it's like you need that bit of killer instinct where, you want to take a shot on or you want to pass the ball without these little flicks. It's something that his game becomes a little bit too pretty when sometimes you just want it to be a bit dirty. So Odegaard for me is going to get a 6.5. Wanyeri, a disappointing game for him today. He gave the ball away a couple of times in the first half, which led to Man United breaks. But it's to be expected. He's 17 years old. He's not going to be like a world beater in every game. It's all a learning curve. So disappointed with him today, but it happens at that age. So a 4 is a fair score for him today. Trossard, I thought in midweek Trossard was excellent. Today he wasn't excellent. He had 3 or 4 shots where he can't get it on target. There's one where he uses it, the ball comes over and he flicks out the left leg instead of like going with the right leg to divert it back across the keeper. Just a mixed bag from Trossard. You never really know what you're going to get. He's another player that I find that there's no in between. You're either devastating or you're devastatingly bad. There's no real in between there. So I'm going to give Trossard a 6. Marino, yes, he's playing the striker role. And he looked bright in the first half. He linked play really well. But for me, he's just a bit too static. He doesn't move well enough to occupy that striker's role. And I don't quite understand how, when you're playing that role, if you're not doing anything, Arteta just leaves him on the pitch. Why would you hook Calafiore? Why wouldn't you try Calafiore up front? We see him make an exceptional run midweek and score. Against the low block, you need movement. It's the movement which opens up the low block. So if you've got a centre forward that's running channels and running behind centre backs, that's where Odegaard comes alive. And Marino just doesn't offer us that. He just doesn't offer that. It's not part of his game. So disappointed with him mainly in the second half, but a 6 for his first half performance. And I'll give Arteta a 6. I just think there's got to be a different way. There's got to be another way to play. All right, you don't have the personnel. That's fair enough. But there's got to be a different way of playing and different players that you can try. A Calafiore out front, Tierney out front, whatever the case may be. You've got to find a way to beat this low block, because when teams do it to us, they stifle us because everything's in front of them. We play slow, it's pedestrian. And when Odegaard's flicking these balls, there's no movement to get on the end of them, So disappointing today. I think the team that he picked was good enough to win the game. And it's just disappointing that we didn't really make the most of the control we've had on the game. I think, if you're controlling the game, you've got to do something with it. It's not just about, we keep the ball, they can't score. You've got to do something with it. And that's the thing that he's got to work on for me and just get better at. But apart from that, fair enough.
Okay, guys, before we go, we're going to have a look at not so much the table, but the antithesis of Arsenal's season, which has been the injuries with the strikers, and what that looks like with us. And I've got this little table here that Sky Sports was showing. And really, let's have a look at that. This is when you realize that, you know, you've lost your best strikers. Jesus has gone, Saka's gone. The bye happens, you lose Havertz in here. And so you draw against Brighton, you beat Spurs, you draw against Villa, you beat Wolves, you beat Man City, you beat Leicester. And really, it's the last 3 games where the effects of everything that has happened to us has really, truly come to pass. And I say this because I did say to Gary that I expected some sort of capitulation effect to happen beforehand, but it didn't happen. We beat Tottenham, in which was the most dreariest North London derby I've ever watched. You get robbed from Ollie Watkinson's last-minute goal against Villa, a game actually where we played fantastic and I thought we should have won. Then you beat Wolves, you scrape past Wolves, you humiliate the quadruple champions in a way that they've never lost under Pep like that before. It's his worst loss in the Premier League. And then you get Moreno gets you past. So that stretch of 5 games, guys, we played really, really, really well in terms of the victories. And also, you look at the defensive, defense chipped in regards to clean sheet Wolves, 1 goal against City, clean sheet Leicester. But then that West Ham was where it sort of all came to pass. And that game, under the strike force that we've got, was probably a long time coming. If you'd have played Spurs, and obviously Spurs had a lot of injuries, but the thing about Spurs is their strike force was fit. So you still had Maddison, Song, you know, all those guys. So the fact that we held them to a goal was decent as well. But if you'd have lost 1-0 against Spurs, considering we had no strikers, it wouldn't have surprised me. The same thing with Villa. A lot of people actually came in and said we were going to lose that Villa game. But the whole effect of the Villa game, we got robbed at the end, but we should have won that. But the West Ham game has shown the low block. Everyone's gone and look, low block. Arsenal's got no strikers, and therefore they struggle if you stack up the back line. That's the common theme now we're going to be seeing throughout the rest of the season, Gary. The only thing I can say to you, Gary, in regards to that is, with Martinelli back and Saka due back in the next 7 to 10 days, things are going to improve. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, like I say, against the low block, you just need movement. You can't have static players not moving because you need someone making a run to open up space for someone else. And unfortunately, Marino doesn't give us that up front. And I know he's fitting in as a striker, but look at the work that Havertz used to do, the unselfish runs that he used to make that create space for others. So that's where we go wrong against the low block. Sometimes you've got to put a cross in the box. You've got a 6'4" centre forward up there in Marino. Put a cross in the box. Let him try and win the header. His strength is in the air. Play to his strengths. Mix it up. Cross. Try and pass it. Cross, shoot. You've got to mix the play up. And we don't do that enough. We just don't do that enough. And it's something that I like to see change.
I think the thing that Declan Rice, let me take this sheet off now. The thing Declan Rice mentioned, which is what we talked about, was the frustrating situation that they kept themselves in. And that was when they just got pulled out of shape a couple of times and United had all the space in the world to score. And that's the thing that I believe Arteta's going to be most frustrated with, because we were bent out of the shape, and that just shows a lack of discipline in those scenarios, which is very un-Arsenal. We're talking about the best defense in the Premier League this year and last year. And for you to give that amount of space to a team like this, United, that you cannot allow that. They have to get back and figure that out and sort that out.
Do you know what that is, though, Apollo? That's when we're on the attack and United are playing on the counter-attack. So when we're pushing forward, our fullbacks are up, our midfield is up, and we just basically have Saliba and Gabriel at the back. So when they suddenly the ball, when the attack breaks down, they've got 3 players springing forward to go with maybe 1 or 2 up top already, which is creating an overload. So that's why we get pulled out of position, because when we're attacking. You remember in the days of Wenger, it used to be so gung-ho, didn't it?
I know, with Thomas Vermaelen and
everyone used to pile forward, and all of a sudden we had nobody at the back, and teams used to break on us and hurt us all the time.
But the beauty with these guys is that they have the discipline to get back. And I remember I told you about the Bowen goal. There's instances in the last 3 games where we've not seen them do that. This is what Declan Rice was talking about now.
That's the thing. You have to be disciplined, and you have to always sort of like leave enough back or some way back. So even if Partey's holding the midfield, he can't be too up top, because then he leaves that space that gets exploited from fast counter-attacking. So when you've got players that with speed, like we only really have Martinelli, don't we? But other teams like have Garnacho, they've got Xerxes, they can all shift. So you've got to be double careful of that when you're playing against counter-attacking teams. They're
just showing that the Fernandez free kick as well, and they're blaming the referee to make sure that the ball was spotted in the right position. Very strange to hear a post-match discussion in favour of Arsenal, coming from the likes of Sky TV. Cam says, you can see the difference when Martinelli came on. All we need is the same more quality attackers. Ian Wright breaking it down very clearly as a TV pundit. You must be watching it on Peacock or on an American stream or something, because Ian Wright's not on Sky. So
Cam's in the US, is he not?
I don't know. I know Ian Wright does the match of the BBC thing. I don't even know what he does, but it's online.
I'm sure Cam's in the US.
Yeah. But Arteta says it needs to be backed properly. Well, of course. Look, we ain't got no attackers. That's the reason why when somebody says, why is this person playing 90 minutes? Or they say, why is Moreno? There's nobody else. there's no options. We knew that weeks ago. We're in this situation. It's not like we can say, oh, you're having a really crap game, you're coming off. You don't have the luxury to do that. That's off the table. So bringing it up is just, I don't even know why fans are bringing it up. It's a non-starter. That's why I just ignore it, because there's nothing you can say about it. Good that Martinelli came on today. Yeah, they're showing it again, 11.2 yards. And this is what I said to Gary, that gives you enough time to get the ball to dip. You're allowed to put more pace on the ball because the balls just move back more further. He cannot hit the ball like that if the ball's closer to the line. He just simply can't. And he's a great free kick taker anyway. We all know that. But you're just making, this is gravy. You're giving him a layup here. You're giving him a layup here to dunk it. And so that's the reason why I think that's completely. And the referee, VAR, none of them even saw that. Yeah. So that's my peeve with that one. All right, guys. So Gary, you got any last comments?
No, just hopefully on when we're up again Wednesday, aren't we?
Yeah.
Excuse me. So hopefully on Wednesday we can put out somewhat of a skeleton team against PSV. I can't see them scoring 6 goals without us replying at least once or twice.
Yeah.
So put out a skeleton team, give some players a well-earned rest. It'd be good to see the likes of Nathan Butler or Dedeji play. Rest Saliba. He's going to be important going forward. And just go win a game, and then hopefully we get Real Madrid in the quarters. I think we've got more chance of beating Real than we have of Atletico.
Yeah, we have Saka. Saka for PSV. No, it's he's got a final. Yeah, he's got a final test, and then that's going to be handed over to Arteta, and it's Arteta's call for when he's going to be joining full training. That's all I can say. I can't say any more than that without getting anyone into trouble.
I don't think Saka should be rushed back anyway.
No, they haven't rushed him. He's done. This is the thing. The perception. There's a perception out there, Gary, that he is being rushed back, and this definitely isn't that. And Gary, because I talk to you guys.
Yeah, no. What I say when I say rushed back, I mean if he's fit, I don't think he should be thrown straight back into the team.
Well, he's been running. He's been running since last week Tuesday with no pain, and I'm talking about heavy running. He's not on light training anymore. They moved him up to that, and he's been constantly running for the last 6 days, and there's no setbacks. And this is why they're doing it, Gary, because they want to see a reaction. They want to see a negative reaction, because if a negative reaction comes, there's not a chance Arteta's putting him out there with the first team. Not going to happen. So the running will continue to happen for what they call 99 stress fractures, which is just pounding the ligaments more and all the joints, just continuously heavily pounding them. And so when that finishes this Tuesday, they'll have a better idea. I think I'm talking too much, aren't I? I can't really say too much because I am going to get someone into trouble. But yeah, just keep your eyes and ears out for any announcements this week. All I can say is he's very close. Yeah. So guys, that's it. Old Trafford, it was a breathless second half, end-to-end stuff. But look, the title race is already over. It's Liverpool's title to lose. But a lot was going on in this game. Dodgy free kick by Fernandes, 2 penalty shots for Arsenal, which actually both of them were penalty shots, solid penalty shots for me. Ruben Amaro would be happier of the two with the result in this game, but just the sheer frustration from Arteta today looks so annoyed, angry, dejected. Liverpool now need a maximum of 16 points from 9 games to be champions. They will be crowned champions. Shout out to Garfield as well. He joined us today. Always a pleasure having my brother on here, man. So yes, that's it, guys. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll catch up with you guys on the Champions League PS3 midweek. Peace out, guys. Nice one, man.